You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Come around with more than 1 or 2 votes. We need the kind of change that's affordable to the rich man or the man that's too broke. T&T, we need a new hope.
If you can look as far as I see, within this great land we call TNT, there's birds and bees, rivers and seas, pretty woman bringing man to their knees. Treasures of this blessed land we always neglect like nice so unproud. I find it so strange the way we arrange. Still this nation don't know how to change. To some change might just mean a new car. Could be less than $1. To most change have this nice cent we usually get from the government. You see, change is something we always say. And every time we change, things remain the same way. Things keep getting worse and worse. So this is what I propose. Let's change for a better nation. Change for all population. Change so that we can say that this nation here came from quite a long way. I say change within the school systems. Some change in ministers and change what we teach them. Things won't change despite all we do. If change doesn't start with you. It's murders, killings galore. So much gunmen fighting needless war. Can't tell you stay, can't tell you go. But this still the land we used to know. Homeless, every corner you meet, when they complimented by our dirty streets. Then you wonder why in our sister isle, why they don't like trees to come and spend time. When you see it's much more than paving a whole road, and it's greater than fixing a lamp pole. Changes about the whole nation and how we are portrayed when the party done. Who set these standards in my TNT? Really wish somebody here could tell me. It's just the same thing again and again, like we leaders so use the way. So change within our country. Change so the whole world could see. Change for a better future, so we don't have to depend on our next day. I say change within the society. Otherwise we have a bandit factory. But things won't change despite all we do. If change doesn't start with you, yeah.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with the dark triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. Yeah, the dark triplets is in the house. And folks, I want to start early tonight. I have another bombshell to drop tonight again. Let me bring in 1/3 of the dark triplets here. No other than Wave Me. And let me bring in the one. We already have Fuad Abu Bakr waiting for us in the background. Let me bring in the other 1/3 of the dark triplets. No other than the Phantom boy. Let me bring in Wave Me, Diana, McDonald, Ben Skin boy.
That is not me. I don't know who that boy is, but I ain't.
Oh God!
You're always
Yeah,
mashing up my name. I don't know
yeah.
what's wrong with you. But good night.
Phantom, what you saying, boy? You know, Phantom. Phantom like he going silent. I had to actually take a note this time, because Nadia Mongol boy, Nadia break the record, Nadia was in 4:38 p.m. Yeah, 4:38, you know. And here the little Ron
Ron.
Horner.
Yeah.
Yeah. He come in 4:42, eh? Like 4:42 or something.
So the women beat him.
Yeah, Nadia come in
Again.
4:38.
Somebody come in for the internet flow. I have a mark to bus.
You have a mark to bust too. We busting mark
I
like
have a
crazy,
mark to
boy.
bus
It's
before
mark
everything
after
starts.
mark after mark. We
Yes,
busting
I
here,
have
boy.
a mark to bus according to the
And
training.
yeah, and Diana, Takesha come in 4:55 p.m., right? And little Ron Horner come in at 5:13, and he thought he early. Boy, ladies first, boy, wrong with you.
That's right.
When you come into the village, boy, ladies first. We ain't playing that. Boy, little Ron Horner, go and sit in your corner.
Lollipop tell me, bust me mark.
Boy, my mark the bus too. What? We busting mark after mark after mark, we busting. We're Fuad, boy. Fuad like he gone, boy. Fuad, yeah, we busting mark, he gone. Tommy, what is the story? Tommy, where you going? Tommy, in here, boy. Oh, look, Fuad back, man. Fuad back. Fuad is senior in the background. Just give you 2 minutes here, Fuad. You know, we have to do with those superlatives here in the village with the dark triplet. We have a serious man, leader of the NNV, New National Vision Party, boy. We bringing him in live and direct.
We have to greet the villagers.
Yeah. Little Ron Horner, you inside. Let me see. Gary Mahadia, boy. Gary in the chat too, you know.
Gary in the chat too.
Yes, not yet. Gary in the chat. Yeah, Gary was in the chat. What time? Let's see what time Gary in the chat. 5:42, yes. Phantom in the chat, boy. Rose Celestine. Vonnie Roberts. Fish sticks, boy. Fish sticks.
Lollipop.
Lollipop come back?
Yeah, Lollipop come back. Hailey. I don't know. Hailey is there. Takesha is there. Takesha has made some salient comments about that Lavendale area, which we are going to be reading on air.
Yeah.
Takesha,
but you're moving to the other class, you know. Fish sticks say, Ansem, get your book and pen. Them UNC MPs coming to educate you. I see your friend Rasta Hines.
But standpipe.
Like standpipe and Lavendale, like going and watch that flood.
No.
Hey, you see, I just read all the comments. Look at the next one. The next one too. Next one. I got a name for you too, you know. Honey Roberts. Vonnie Roberts.
All you bring he, like all you want worse for Trinidad, all you like people suffering or what? Raj, we know. What do you mean all you bring he?
Yeah, we say, a standpipe in this day and age, Laventille people can't be stupid. And some God, educate your people now. Don't take chain up. What chain up are you taking? Look, the next one. Vonnie come again. I feel sorry for Ansem. Even I should say from the keep out PNM business. I thought he had rank in the party. Vonnie, stay. We're going to talk about that tonight. We're taking on the Fleischer Wells.
But there's a new political party in Trinidad and Tobago.
Who's that? The NNV?
That's my mark I have the bus.
A new one?
That's
No,
my
the
mark.
NNV is our party, man.
No,
Fuad
no,
and them
no,
been there a
no,
while,
no,
man.
no, no, no,
Okay,
no.
all right. No, all right.
Might be
Trinidad
new.
is here inside.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest.
Winston Renwick is back. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, look, we Lavanti people. Curtis Manchester boy from Chumakak, Lavantil boy. Curtis, welcome, boy.
Yep.
Yeah, Rajvi here inside. All right, we're gonna bring Haley boy, Haley, good night, Haley. Not skate boy. Rajvi boy. Okay, let me go. Nana, you're inside. Yes. Lollipop. You see Sweetie? I wonder if Lollipop see Sweetie.
Hey, Ron, watch yourself.
Yeah, take care of him there for me. Albert Montana, boy, you're inside, boy. Albert, all the way from Canada, boy. What, boy? Albert, how the weather in Canada, boy? How the weather treating you? Claudia, you're inside.
Ron say he dancing, he get a standpipe.
You got a standpipe. You see all the wicked, all the nice at all.
No.
Let's bring in our first guest tonight. No other than the leader of the New Vision Party, New National Vision Party, Fuad Abu Bakr. Fuad, how are you doing today? Are you hearing us?
On mute.
Nah, he on mute. Are you hearing us? Are you hearing us?
I don't think he's hearing. Volume, turn up your volume, maybe.
I don't think he's hearing us. Are you hearing us, Fuad?
No.
Are you hearing us?
Tell him take out the. Yes.
Yeah. We hearing you. Are you hearing us?
Take out the headset then. Tell him take out the. Remove your headset. Remove the headset altogether. Remove the headset.
Fuad. Let me do this. I'm gonna go.
Send him a message then.
Hold on, just I'm gonna go solo. Fuad, we're not hearing you.
Maybe it's his headpiece.
Yeah.
It's his headpiece. He has to work it with the phone. Can you send him a message privately? Oh.
Yeah.
He's taking it out.
Are you hearing us?
Are you hearing us now?
Sound like a Verizon commercial, boy. No, we're not hearing you.
Send him a message.
He go come back. He had to go out and come back. Hey, Olia, let me don't waste no time with this, Nadia, boy, oh my God, I'm going. Where you going? Nadia.
Where's she going?
Lollipop say you go vote for Ford. Lollipop, are you jumping from the UNC just so and going and vote for Ford? Claudia Morales say, standpipe bringing votes, boy.
But if they put their finger in the ink for standpipe.
All you not nice, All you not nice. Standpipe in 2021. Haley say standpipe in 2021, boy. Back to caveman living, boy.
Please.
Fuad, are you hearing us?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now, so I was trying to get my headpiece set up, but it's not working.
All right. So welcome to In the Village with the Dark Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. You've been here before, so again, feedback from somebody.
Yeah, somebody has something on.
Yeah. Are you getting feedback, Fuad?
I'm just not hearing you all very clearly, so that's why I was trying to get the headset put in.
Oh, okay, because we all right, that's better.
No, it's you.
You're getting some feedback?
Yeah, a little feedback, yeah. You getting a little bit of feedback.
Okay. Well, if it's giving a little trouble, I'll sign out and use another unit or use a laptop or something.
All right. Why don't you do that? Sign out and use a laptop or something and come back, all right?
All right. No problem at all.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Okay, so you email the link?
Yeah, I email you the link.
Okay, great.
The same link you have in WhatsApp. The same link in WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, cool. All right.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So what we'll do here, we'll bring Fuad back in. Let me see here. Let's see here. Albert Montano still have until going backwards to the 1950s. So supporters vote PNM. Rajvi, what are you talking about?
But Anselm,
Yeah, go ahead.
standpipe in this day and age, that's an accomplishment. And then he boasted, he put a picture where they finally fixed the debacle there and on the road in Beetham. And you put standpipe and that calls for a ribbon cutting ceremony. Oh, Father Lord.
So Diana, watch, eh? They put a pool, right? We criticize them for putting a pool, right? We lick them up. We say all kind of things. Oh God, you only getting people a pool, right? Does anyone know if the people of that constituency asked for a standpipe? Anybody know that?
Do you know? Do you
No,
know?
I don't know. I'm asking the question. I don't know, but I could find out. I'm not gonna be like Aisha Wells, you know. I'm not gonna be like Aisha Wells and just come and run them out.
And let me tell you something. I don't feel unless they want to get access to water for entrepreneurial business of washing cars or something to get access to government water. I don't see the purpose of a standpipe as a big thing.
All right. Listen.
I really don't.
But Diana, you see, Diana, when you have people like Vonnie Roberts and Fish Sticks and Little Ron Horner and even Albert Montano too, right? They say, well, they want to take me back into the 50s. Nobody investigated if the people wanted a standpipe because they had a washing machine, right? And they could go by the pipe and wash their clothes.
You stupid or what? In 2020, what's wrong with you?
I mean,
go by standpipe and wash your clothes.
Yeah, people that still go by standpipe and wash their clothes.
No.
Do you know people that still go and bathe by the pipe? Do you know about that?
Anselm,
you know that?
You have to take people forward.
But you see, I think all your when you ever say they don't have water in their home but in a standpipe, yeah, that used to happen. All you didn't know that? When I grew up in Chumakak, right? Right? We have no water inside, but we have water by the standpipe. Or they come on, man, or them was never experienced that.
No. I experienced no water.
But I'm telling you.
No. This I don't. I don't care what you say. That's back in the day. Now there shouldn't be what? A big ribbon cutting ceremony for standpipe.
But do you know if the people wanted a standpipe? Do anybody know that? Anybody know that?
I don't feel so. I don't feel so. No. That's an insult. That's an insult. And what? A standpipe.
Well, listen, for stick. I could kind of agree with you, right? I agree with you. You know, you make some. You know, you're coming a little better. You're improving day by day. You know, whatever you drink today, continue to drink it, right? Make sure you remember that. Fistics say answer, but it's not a big thing to cut ribbons and things. Yeah, they should not cut no ribbons. I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that.
And wait, while we're on it, MP Ethelbert Hines had to make a big post about the pothole that they repaired in Beetham. Hello, you're doing the job that you were elected for. Hello. And what you accomplished something by fixing a pothole, a precipice, I call it, that was there forever, and you had to make a big note. Oh well, you see what we did and what. That is your work. That is your job. That is what you were elected for. You patting yourself on the back. you're doing people's work. That's
But let me
why
ask
they
you a
put you
question,
there.
Diana Benskin, McDonald's, with me. Let me ask you a question. You think if the other party was in power, they would have cut 5 ribbons?
I don't know.
I'm just asking.
I
I'm
don't think
asking
that.
a question.
Let me answer you then. I don't think they
Yeah,
would have given them standpipe. Everybody probably would have had washing machines.
no, they
Or they
don't
would
give
have
a
put a law.
standpoint.
Wait,
They
wait,
don't-
wait,
they-
Let me
yeah.
finish it. Let me answer you. Why they can't open a free laundromat up in that area for the people?
Free laundromat?
Now something, yeah, we're putting standpipe for. I think that would serve people better.
You just said free laundromat?
Yeah, get them a free
Where
laundromat.
in the world
Yeah,
have a free laundromat, Diana Benskin? Where in the world?
I'm not interested in the world. I'm interested in Trinidad and Tobago, where ministers are driving $1 million cars. You can't
Diana
put 2 or 3
Benskin.
washing machines. Hey, let me finish. Then you ask me now. You can't put 2 or 3. You can't put 2 or 3 washing machines in these impoverished areas in a sort of a laundromat style place for them. You're gonna put standpipe, please, please. I want to hear it.
Listen to the little fella. He even say good evening when he come in. Ellis Island. Diana, leave Wall Street now. That reminds me of when Africans went into Africa and showed these strong slaves a piece of mirror to hold them. I don't understand that now, Ellis. What is that like?
Trinkets. They trick them with trinkets and all that.
And you're a man, honey Roberts. I mean, funny Roberts. Yeah. Yeah. And Slim, you're gonna make excuse forever and what? But funny, I don't disagree with you, Get them water in your home. I agree. Absolutely correct.
Yeah, but if you're going to do something, answer me.
But listen, if you can't get plan A, don't you go to plan B? Because we used to have no water in our house, but we had water by the standpipe. All you never experienced that?
Well, you know what? Somebody need to go by the standpipe and bathe naked now.
No, because what do you mean people bathing naked by the standpipe?
Go by the standpipe and bathe naked. That's what I say.
Wall Street, you encouraging, biggest say Wall Street, you encouraging strippiness. With that statement. You see, I'm telling all you something. You see, you don't know what people are going through until you walk in their shoes. You do not know. Smallest, if the people of the constituency ask for something, and you start by giving them what they ask for, and then you can improve on the thing that you give them, what's wrong with that? Nobody know the people ask for that. Nobody know. Anybody know? I don't know. So I'm not going to pronounce on it.
Well, if anybody asks for it, it's the PNM people up in there.
So if the PNM people ask for it, then they give it to them. What's wrong with that? I'm just asking. How are you encouraging strippiness? Me encouraging no strippiness?
The people need advancement. The people need access to capital. The people need, what were you just call it?
But Diana, I just come in here and I just talk about that. Let me put it up for you. I just talk about that. But all you don't remember that. All you doesn't remember that, All you have convenient memory.
A standpipe.
And Diana, it look like you getting like them too. You getting convenient memory too. Because you forget, I just talk about this.
Economic development. How does a standpipe equate to, let me get vexed here now. How does a standpipe equate to economic development, economic empowerment, economic inclusion, and access to capital for Black people? How does standpipe equate to that? Tell me now, MP Hines.
It does not. It does not. But you see, all you asking questions, and I answering all your questions. I just answering. Because I just had the thing to show it. And does anybody here in the chat or you Diana with me Benskin McDonald? Let me bring in the Phantom too. The Phantom. Can anybody tell me if anybody know what the people wanted?
Answer whether or not they wanted whatever they wanted. A standpipe does not give them the 4 things that we just discussed. You're mamagaing
but-
people.
but-
You're making a fool of people.
No,
I mean, no.
So
I know my brother fixed the road and put water there for the people.
they want to talk about that. They want to talk about that. The sinkhole let him beat them. The sinkhole let him beat them.
Gary and
I
you
know
too.
my brother Heinz fixed the road.
Talk, Gary, talk, Gary. Tell them, Gary.
So,
So
he did
Gary,
something about something, and I'm good with that.
Gary, no, I disagree with you. That does not help uplift the black people up there. A standpipe in the road, unless, as I say, they're going to use the government water to open car wash places and run pipes.
And you thirsty. Long time we should depend on us.
Please, please.
But listen,
Don't get me vexed. Don't get me vexed.
I agree with you, know. Bring them into the 21st century. I fully agree with you. Me disagree with you at all. Nah, I agree with you, right? But you see, what it is that all they don't know what the people ask for. Nobody knows. I don't know, and all they don't know. But all they're criticizing what the people may have asked for. I'm not saying that a standpipe is something that should be given in the 21st century. I'm not saying that. They should have water in their place. They should have water in their house. But how many places across Trinidad and Tobago have water? That's complaining about water. How many places? How many?
Compliments of, let me tell you the name of the new political party in Trinidad. Compliments of the pigtail national movement.
Nah, you can't say that. Let me bring it forward and Bakr. Nah.
The pigtail national movement. That's the name of the new party. You telling me, you know what? Into 21st century, or they just deserve it of a standpipe?
Diana Benskin.
Don't get
Diana Benskin, that's disrespectful, Diana Benskin.
But
like
this time I say go in a store and have to buy water.
No. Black people deserve more.
The people getting water. I want some say. I was saying the people want water. The people want water.
No.
They get water.
Right, and the bourgeois of the society driving around in $1 million cars, right? And my brothers and sisters had to walk that standpipe to get water. Please, give me a break.
Is anybody?
Give me a break. Give me a break. Compliments of the pigtail national movement. Yeah, I got it. Let me bring it forward. Hi, Mr. Bakr. How are you doing, sir? You good?
Yeah, I'm all smiles because y'all having an interesting discussion there.
Don't worry. My name is the Storm. When they get me vexed, I just blow. You know, I don't like to see.
Well, I'll try my best not to get you vexed.
your father mashed my corn on the program, you know. What is that?
But it might be a little sore still, so I'll tread lightly.
Yeah, Fuad, you only go. You are the leader of the new National Vision Party, right? Yeah. Now, I am not saying that in the 21st century, people deserve a standpipe. I'm not saying that. They deserve much better. They deserve much more than that.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking. You see, because Fuad, you know me, I like to ask questions. You know me, I was one of the man in Trinidad and Tobago started question of the day, which I see now TTT does use question of the day.
Right.
Right? And I like to ask questions because I'm not sure. Now, I'm not like Aisha Wells and them who just jump out of the mouth, right? And then have to hush after they make mistakes. Not me. I want to ask questions so I can be sure. So, you on the ground, what do you feel about what happened there with respect to the standpipe? What's your take on that?
Well, you know, like you said, you have to measure twice and cut once. I'm not 100% sure that it is just a standpipe, to be fair. I think that they refurbished a booster pump at Pitch Road in Mova. And, you know, coming out of that, they would have centered themselves around that standpipe to take pictures or show that there's water coming through the pipes or whatever. So, you know, you have to be careful, and we're trying to be fair with there's enough that they have not done to beat them on. So we don't necessarily have to make make the most of things when it might not be 100% true. You know, a lot of people who are associated to with the UNC made a big issue of it. And then you saw people who are associated with the Pigtail National Movement, according to Diana, the PNM, counter by, you know, posting pictures of Miss Kamala Prasad Bisesa as well in front of standpipes, cutting ribbons, you know. So in general, though, the state of water delivery in Trinidad and Tobago is horrendous. I think they say, WASA says that 50% of our palatable water is lost through leaks. The current minister has said that, you know, there's a serious problem in the delivery and the infrastructure to deliver water. It is an essential that people suffer for in 2021. So, you know, it has been a saga of continual failure by all administrations and by, you know, the state entity that is responsible for the delivery of water. Trinidad is blessed. We have the 23rd most rainfall in the world. We have no shortage of palatable fresh water. The problem is totally with storage, management, delivery. On top of that, because we have processing going on in Point Lisas and other places that demand water, we have a desalination plant, and that in itself is a big fiasco, and the costs, you know, along with that, the corruption that was alleged in that entire issue as well. So, I mean, we need to do way better. It affects the poor, people who do not have a storage system in their home, a tank, and cannot afford as well a pump to then deliver that water into their homes, languish, waiting weeks for water. There are places in Trinidad and Tobago, like Mova, situated on hills. If the booster pumps are not working, which often they are not serviced regularly enough, they are not replaced quickly enough, you will have no water or low water pressure indefinitely. And this has been the cry of so many people in Trinidad and Tobago. So
you see, Fuad? You see see exactly what I'm talking about? Now, here is a great point you brought up, right? That some people, they don't have a water tank. They can't afford a water tank.
yeah,
Right? Where I'm living, they can't get water. At least if they have a standpipe with water, I could go down there and I could bring some water. Listen, yes, it's the 21st century, but that's what I tell people. Only just so quick jump to conclusions. I don't like to jump to conclusions. You see, I have to say, working 23 years on Wall Street have allowed me to sit back and look at the forest from the trees. You understand? And don't just jump to conclusions. That's why I ask a lot of questions, right? My belief is that this is the 21st century. People don't need a standpipe. But there will be so many people who in that constituency are happy for a little thing as a standpipe. You know why? They could get water.
yeah. But at the same point in time, if you have, like Diana is saying, cake and croissants and all sorts of other things, people within a society should not be happy to get a crumb in their mouth.
Correct. I agree with that.
You know, and this is not a wide scale thing. This is a, you know, one, maybe two areas, you know, where whatever is done and now a standpipe is in place. Listen, we have moved away from that for some time. I've been hearing about water for all. In 2000, that was a promise, a campaign promise, and there was a theme song and all sorts of stuff. It still is in my mind because it was in a jingle. And we moved away from the standpipe, which cannot be regulated. It cannot be charged. It's not delivery to your home, and all the other issues that exist with that standpipe kind of thing. And water is supposed to be delivered to homes, metered so that people pay for what they use, and so that we ensure wastage is not continual by individuals, etc. We are long past that, but unfortunately, not even unfortunately, due to the failure of our governments, due to the failure of those who lead us, one step forward, 10 steps back. And we're talking about water that should not even be an issue for us in Trinidad and Tobago. So much wealth has passed through our hands. We have spent so much money on so many other things that are way less essential. And things just pop up in my mind right away. We have a cycling velodrome valued at $500 million, $500 million. We have an aquatic center, things that are seldom used and are basically white elephants, done maybe for corrupt reasons, and we can't get water delivery right. It is embarrassing. It is disgraceful, and the people of Trinidad and Tobago continue to be satisfied with what is unsatisfactory. So,
And you know
And I agree
why
with that. I agree
you know
with
why
that.
you know why I have a problem. The Grinch that got up and delivered the budget deficit report, or let me
yeah,
say the deficit report, the Grinch that's stealing Christmas, talked about digitalization and all this stuff. So in my mind, digitalization means more advanced going forward. But you're going to put standpipe. I mean, come on. Well, why can't they find ways to harvest all this rainwater, hold it in reservoirs or in same water tanks, and make little micro distribution centers up in the hills there?
yeah.
Let them feed off of it and meter them or something. Nobody's thinking. If you're going digitalization, then think forward now.
But Diana, you need people with innovative ideas, right? Who are innovative in their thinking. If you don't have those type of people, how you expect them thing to get accomplished?
So
Right?
then they need to move them away and put somebody else there, because
Move
all
them
that
away.
water, get them out of there. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them. Put somebody else that's going to take the country forward, not on lip and black and white. Actually, we want to see what's being done, because you can't. You want to go on the same way. I'm sure this young man, if you don't have children yet, and you're going to have children and your grandchildren, you want a better Trinidad and Tobago. You
Of
don't want
course.
to, you want the country to progress. You're talking about
Yeah.
digitalization. Harvest the water when the rain fall. Put pumps up there or capture it. Feed certain little neighborhoods into these reservoirs, into these what you call them, water tanks. Meter them from the water tanks, then or from the reservoirs, and solve the water problem once and for all. And he himself said, Ethelbert Hines MP, that there's underground springs up there and all that.
Yeah,
Underground
yeah,
springs up there, and the people can't get water. So
yeah.
who what?
Diana,
I'm
Diana.
tired of the pigtail national movement. I'm fed up with them. I'm fed up with them.
All right, before we have a quick question here from the chat.
Sure.
It says answer Ford from the ground, and he knows what the people of Laventille need. Ask him if the PNM have done anything for Port of Spain and environs.
Well, I mean, that person obviously knows the answer. These areas have been neglected for a very long period of time. The infrastructure that exists in these areas is extremely deplorable. You all still remember what latrines are, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we still have latrines in Laventille. We still have a few. That is how bad. That is how bad it is. If you look to urban decay, you find some of the plannings, the buildings in Port of Spain and Laventil that have been built 40 years ago and are totally unsuitable for human occupation are still being used. You know, that is how terrible it is.
But Ford, don't we have to hold the people accountable for not holding their representatives accountable?
Amen.
You know,
Sure,
don't we
sure.
have to hold the people accountable? Because, you know, at the end of the day, right, if a person know I could give you a hot dog bread without the hot dog in it, and you're going to be glad to get your hot dog bread, I will constantly give you the hot dog bread until you realize you need to get your hot dog bread with the hot dog.
Agreed, and there are very few educators who are helping the people to understand what is taking place. You see, this program may be unbiased and fair. You have Diana who would, you know, have the tenacity to speak against the government, and yourself who would, you know, look at things unbiasedly and come on to a public program. But, you know, for the most part in Trinidad and Tobago, a lot of the individuals who have the ears of the public miseducate. They use their platforms to be paid by one side or the next. They are unfair. They are biased, and you know it's a miseducation of the population. Then we have culturally, you know, the dynamic of race that is used by our leaders. So there's this feeling among the population at times that they are trapped one way or the next. You know, it's between a rock and a hard place, and we have been unable to get ourselves out of that position. The sensible voter is not moved enough to, and maybe there are not enough sensible voters, you know, to make that difference. So it's a real difficult situation in Trinidad and Tobago politically. Yes, you can hold the people responsible as well, but it is wider than that. It is a circular trap that we find ourselves in, and it'll take some doing to get out.
But Ford, let me give you an example, right? I live in the United States of America, right? I'm from Chumaka, Claverton.
Yeah.
I am a PNM. I just tell people that. But you see, when people hear that I say I'm a PNM, they think I'm a blind supporter of the PNM. There has been no PNM activist that has been more vociferous with respect to certain things in the PNM than Anselm Wall Street Born. I could take full credit for that. Because on this radio program here, 95.9 WZYE 95.9 FM, I, as president and CEO, started this program in the village with the dark triplets for exile and stranded citizens. No other radio program in Trinidad will do that. Anybody who's pro-PNM in Trinidad, them fully pro-PNM. Whatever the PNM do, they're fully for that. And I said, nah, that's not the right way to go. It's about country. But listen, it's both sides, you know. It's both sides.
Yeah.
You see, look how long I tried for them to paint 3 buildings in Chumaka, Claventil, and demolish another one. And you know what they're saying now? They're saying, boy, we can't make Ansem look good to paint them buildings and demolish or renovate that building because Ansem was championing that cause. And PNM people who on radio, Aisha Wells, Sharon Felix, Dominic Roman, Pastor Google, all of them, none of them ever one time had one word to say. Like Sugarlo's some, not one word. All of them went to the dentist. They get permanent Novocaine when it comes to Chumaka Claventil.
Yeah. But unless there's a political consequence for these political animals, once people are still willing to just vote for them regardless of what transpires and their performance and the state of our country, they will continue to do what they are doing. And that is the problem for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Enough of us, aren't prepared to make that political change against both parties to push them to do what is necessary. So it's a real hard position. We have SOE now, so people can't even protest. Protest is a language that some of the politicians listen to at times, and you can't even do that. So people are suffering right now without water, without food, in
And you see,
deplorable conditions.
and you see how skillful they are. They're going now and use vaccinated zones versus unvaccinated zone. So I'm like,
Yeah.
hello, how much unvaccinated zone you have to pass through to get to a vaccinated zone? Duh, what kind of more discrimination, more division in society. So once they remove the SOE, now they're gonna come and look at the fines associated with if you breach these vaccinated zones and you're not vaccinated, right? Where you gonna get $5,000 from and $25,000 from? They're operating like Hitler. I say so.
Yeah.
You see, Ford, someone is saying, Maurice Alexander, welcome. Maurice is saying, Ford is so right. The people have become very satisfied with what is unsatisfactory.
Yep.
You see, we have gone to the point forward in Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm saying we because of Trinidad, that sometimes it takes the smallest of things to make us happy. The smallest of things. Why other people eat, of course, other people eating caviar and driving nice car and all kind of thing. Because listen, the same thing that's happened. They was going to those poor black disadvantaged communities and say, listen now, all you need to win ourselves off the government. All you need to win ourselves. But tell Farrell right to win himself off the government now.
Yep.
Right? All the renting. Tell Collinbert's family and them to win themselves off the government now. Tell Ronson and Annie Farm to win himself off the government now. Tell Terence the Arson and the family to win himself off the government now. Tell Stuart and the family to win himself off the government. And you will hear people saying, black people saying, all you need to win yourself off the government. Madness.
Yeah.
And they're not using their funds that they're getting from the government, which is taxpayers' money, to put back and help out, do things, significant things in their community. You know what I'm saying? They're operating like Marie Antoinette. Let them eat cake. Let them eat cake. They don't care about you. They don't care about the Bajan girls say. And I am not a Trinbagonian anymore because I don't like what's going on in my birthplace.
Nah, you can't come on this only country. You go ship it back to Barbados.
I don't care. Let's send me to Mia. Send me to Mia. I'm going to Mia. Good. I is a Bajan today. You're going to Bajan till they fix things. I don't care.
Diana, I prefer if we say we kick them out, then we leave. I ain't going to let them run me.
Pigtail national movement. That's what it is. Pigtail national movement.
Fuck, somebody in the chat say, answer, win yourself of the PNM government now. That's good, guys. A good one.
Listen, if you say you are, born PN or whatever, PNM at that, whatever.
No, Fuad, don't go there, no.
I just want to know. No, listen to me. I just want to know about the obia they just do on people to have them continually voting.
But nobody do no obia on me.
Well,
I can tell you that. And I'm not a PNM till I die.
I believe it have a obia days too.
I like that.
They don't do no obia. Nobody do no obia and they're living in America. Like in America.
And Slim, the PNM constantly wins because they provide temporary relief and unnecessary trinkets.
What is that? Well, Albert Montana said, Sam is not satisfied if you're starving. You will accept anything. He said that, he said I will accept anything. Or you could say I will accept anything. No, if I would accept anything, I would have never fight for them people in Chumaka Claventil. I would have sit down in my place here in America and say, boss, I good, my party in power, let them do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, the pigtail national movement in power, yeah, that's right. And you gain people all them food that contributes to the comorbidities that make them more susceptible to COVID-19. Hello.
But Diana, you have to be very careful with that statement. And here's why. Because Diana, if I is a poor, black, disadvantaged people from Chumaka Clavantil. I use Chumaka Clavantil. And I go to the grocery, right? And I normally spend $150. And due to the removal of VAT, I can now save $15, $16 in order to help my daughter or my son with something else. The little goes a long way. That's all I
So
would say.
wait. So what are you helping your son and your daughter that the state should be providing them for? I bet you it's a laptop or book supplies or something. Hello. You want me to go there? Okay.
Listen, it is a mentality. It's an understanding of what you deserve and a self-worth. And if you have that level of self-worth that you think that people who administrate over you, who earn 10 and 15 times your salary, are giving you something when they provide some type of social welfare because you are underpaid, unemployed, or whatever else. When you live in a country that has stagnant economic growth, that is not prospering as it should because of corruption, mismanagement. If your self-worth is such that you think, you are beholden or you are grateful for some kind of social relief, then, your understanding is short of what it should be. And like I said, programs like this, we would be open, we would educate individuals, we will help them to realize what they deserve as a people, what Trinidad has to offer for them. But if you listen to some of the other programs which people do religiously, they will tell them, PNM did so much for you and is doing so much for you, a food card or a gas card or whatever, and if that is
Temporary.
all you listen to, then you are lost, you are misinformed. So it's a sad position. There are a few people who try to speak the truth and educate. Very few platforms are afforded to them. And the status quo and the political elite try to destroy those people very quickly and tarnish them in negative lights, to take away that message of empowerment, of freedom, of strength, of understanding, self-worth. So, it's a sad situation.
Fuad, when is the last time you've been on a radio program in Trinidad? You've been invited to a radio program in Trinidad?
So I was on a East Indian station about a month ago or 3 weeks ago. And, there would be some stations who want to use you against the other if you are willing to speak against, whatever serves their interests, how it goes. But in terms of being fair and painting the brush fairly against both entities and against the entire political elite that has raped and pillaged, and plundered our country. None of the political elite and the stations that they control, none of them want to hear the truth. Nobody wants the truth. So, very importantly.
And you see, Fuad, that's why when we started this journey here, and we decided that, we want to bring in here all different types of people. We want to get all different types of opinions. We don't just want to get one set of opinions. And if you come in the village, you have to be ready to stand scrutiny.
Yeah.
And Fuad, the next thing we don't do? We don't give people who come into the village questions before they come in.
Nope.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we don't do that.
I watched when Rhoda ran out of the village.
Yeah, she run out of the village like she had like Fitzgerald and the beat them. Run out.
Let them run out of the village.
Yeah, you come into the village. And if the sad thing fall, she was a host on 102 Power FM, and she used to give people thunder left, right, and center. Thunder. And now you come into the village and you running like Fitzgerald, like you going to the Olympics and you running a 50-meter dash.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Face up to the fire.
Yeah.
You understand? And that is the sad thing. So we have Senator Nakhid coming. I don't think Senator Nakhid will run though. Because you play football. You play football.
Not that kind of running, brother. Brother David, man.
Yeah. And you see why? You know what people ask me, Foul? They ask me, why you bringing David Nakhid in the village?
Yeah.
Why not?
I say, why not? Exactly, Diana. I say, why not? Because Forward is the same mindset you are talking about. People want it to be pro-PNM, pro-UNC, or anti-UNC, anti-PNM.
Yeah.
That's the mantra. That's where we're going down. We're going down like that.
You have to be pro Trinidad and Tobago, and you have to be able to listen to both sides because, you know, in this adversarial system as well, that is the responsibility of those who are opposing, not just oppose for opposing sake, but to really test those who are in government and to ensure that what they're saying and what they're doing is correct. But we have to be open as citizens and understand the system and listen to everyone so that it works and it functions in the right way. But when we give our pass because we support them, or we give our pass because we support the next, and we condone wrong because we support this one, and we condone wrong because we support the next, we defeat the purpose, you know. And this is what we get: a mess, disservice, poor representation. The individuals that sit in the parliament do not represent us. Fitzgerald Hines does not represent.
Answer, what's your time, man?
Yeah, what's
Yep.
yeah. So Forward, hold that thought right there, right? Let me just read this quickly. Biggest says, Wall Street, you know, Forward, in here, I ain't lying to you, right? The UNC people does respect, man, but there's always a caveat. There's always a caveat to the respect. So Biggest says, Wall Street, that's why I can respect you. You're no blind, loyal PNM. But brother, you're still a PNM, and you're seeing all the wickedness going on. But Biggest, I talk out about it. What you wanna do again? I talk out about it.
Stop it.
Don't vote. Don't vote for that.
So far, stay right there. It's in the village with the Dark Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, we have with us the political leader of the new National Vision Party, Fuad Abubakar, is joining us tonight. And we're having a fantabulous, splendiferous, marvelous discussion. Let's go for a quick station break, and we'll be right back after this. Stick and stay, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
And of course, we are back with you. It's in the village with the Dark Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. And Fuad, let me say something. All of you say individual, Phyllis, Tony, Diana, and Gary, right? You know, when we come on this program, we don't tell people, hey, let's share it live. We at 85. We want to get to 200. Let's share it live now. Here is my philosophy, and Diana and Gary can jump in. Forward, if we have 10 people on the live, and those 10 people get brain food out of coming into the village, we have made a significant impact on 10 people in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't want to have 300 people here and all of us singing the same song. It makes no sense. Why do I need to preach to the choir? I don't need to preach to the choir. But I need for people to say, you know why? Well, she's a PNM. But you know that makes sense. That what you're talking about, it makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, but we don't get that with other programs. Let me quickly say this. And when you leave, we will play this. I shall well say, Aisha was talking about, the fellow from America, she talking about me. The fellow from America have a program and he have 3 viewers, right? And he have 1 viewer and he have 3 other hosts. Each one of them have 1 view, right? Each one have 1 view. But I take it, I like that. It's okay if we have 3 viewers, but if we could educate them 3 viewers. I don't want people calling the program, hey, you Wall Street, you know, you're the piano pass standpipe up there, and it's the best thing, and no, when UNC people, it's always UNC PNM, UNC PNM, UNC PNM, all the time.
Well, at least she watching though, Anselm, so you might have 4 viewers. Because if she talking about it, she watching.
And he get some
Oh,
free
right.
advertisement then.
Yeah.
All of them watching, and you know, all of them watching, you know.
Yeah,
All
we're
of them
watching.
watching.
They're watching your personal page. You're not watching the YouTube channel. That's where we push it.
I don't care what they're watching. I don't care what they're watching. I don't care.
Me neither.
Paul, talk a little bit about your party, man. What's the vision for your party for Trinidad and Tobago? Because a lot of people, you know, I mean, when they listen to you talk, you know, you on the ground. You know what's going on the ground. They talk about the little vision that for your party, the NNV, and you as the leader of that party.
Sure. You know, when the new national vision was born, you know, now it's almost 15 years. As a young man, I have seen the fact that both ways, UNCP and you know, is much of the same. This elite, you know, big business financed, go into office and just corruption oriented, very, very little care for the poor, very, very little care for the development of the society, for the average citizen. I was sitting today talking to another young man, and I was saying, you know, life, what is a living wage? How do we move forward and progress in our society? How are we going to afford, you know, a home in the foreseeable future? How are we going to raise our children? You know, economically, things are so tight. Where is the progress of our society? Where is that opportunity for us? If we really put in the hours, we are going to be able to progress. You know, where is this standard of living in Trinidad and Tobago that we expect, you know, because of all the wealth that our country has? And that is absent in the plans that those who lead our society have. So new people have to come forward, and we have to make this new plan, and we have to work our best to help others to understand this plan and put it as an agenda for our country. It is a new vision for Trinidad and Tobago. It is a progressive movement, one that is not comfortable with what transpires now, one that is born out of the needs and the desires for better, constantly within our campaign. Sorry?
Go ahead. That was someone just, yeah, go ahead.
Constantly within our campaign, we've been speaking about believing in better, you know, understanding what we deserve as a people, and feeling a part of Trinidad and Tobago, and working towards that and carrying Trinidad and Tobago forward, and all of us progressing together. And it does not exist at this moment. So you find, you know, this brain drain where people are educated here, they get frustrated and they leave. So many young people, you know, my family members, sisters, cousins, brother, people are educated, they learn their skills, they want to give back, they want to build their lives, and it seems as though there's a roadblock in front of you. And that roadblock is those who administrate and who control our society at this point in time. Those people have to be changed. There must be a wind of change in Trinidad and Tobago. And while it is extremely dark at this moment and things have become very, very difficult for the average person, you know, after the darkest time, you know, they may come light, because like Diana is saying as well, unless people face the hardship, they're not willing to change. They're sticking with the old nonsense that they're accustomed to. If they could get a beer and that smoke, you know, they're comfortable. But at the moment, some of them can't get out there and not smoke. So there's a lot of rumbling on the ground in Trinidad and Tobago. There's a lot of dissatisfaction. It
And
is inundated with
so Fuad,
anger.
right. So Fuad, somebody says, what will you do differently from other parties in Trinidad and Tobago?
Sure, you know, and I could say one word: care. Care about the people. Yeah, the way that I am brought up, the way I've been taught and socialized, my foundation is in belief in a higher power and that understanding of service and care for others. So whatever leadership exists has to be enshrined and embedded in that level of care, in that level of understanding of what it is to serve, of the responsibility of leadership. And I think that is something that definitely distinguishes myself and the other people who I'm involved in as we try our best to change our society. So, you know, to simplify it, just care, just care about the people, just care enough to enact what is needed within your society.
So Fuad, there's also another question in the chat, right? Did Fuad went for screening with the PNM for the 2020 election?
Yeah, sure. So, and we spoke about it last time.
Right.
And there are a number of other people who would have gone and tried to be screened, some rejected. And there may be a few people within these entities as well who, against the grain, want to do something differently, who want to contribute. But what exists now within both of these big political organizations are this culture of greed, selfishness, you know, disenfranchisement of the general population. So I saw an opportunity at that point in time to get involved, and I felt as though within that organization, I would have the strength and the tenacity to change and bring and deliver to Port of Spain South, which was the constituency that I wanted to challenge, and set an example and set a standard for those other representatives around me, and really advocate from within. You know, in Trinidad, we say there's more than one way to skin a cat, you know, and that's where the effort was. So, unfortunately, or fortunately, you know, God knows best how He wants things to happen. It did not happen that way. For me, being part of any one of those parties would mean adjustments within those parties in the way that they deal with the general population. And I am proud and I'm happy that they have to contemplate continuously before they think of having Fuad back as part of whatever exists, because it will bring, you know, that level of change.
So go ahead.
Yeah.
So to answer the question, you did go for screening, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah. But I think that was the simple part of the question. You know, just to elaborate.
But Fuad, you know something though, right? I mean, you and I, you have never met me and I've never met you, right? And you and I cool. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, just spirit already. I know you're a good, a decent fellow.
And what about the Bajan girl?
Fire like that. But the good fire, the fire that's cooked with. The fire that's warm people.
Thank you.
Gary, not wrong with.
Gary, quiet, man. Gary,
yeah. Give him chance to talk now. Because, but I have a question for you. I am interested in knowing how the young people within your age group is connecting with you on the ground. How is things working with them? I think if you build a connection with them, you can break that yoke. You know, if they get to know you, and you know, I think we can really make a dent there. In take a little time, but I think we can do it.
Yeah. Well, there's love. There's love among the younger people and the people on the ground. Real, recognized real, so to speak.
But I want to see you guys form. They had the party executive, but I want you guys to form like a ground executive team, like to pull the ground together. With the activists, you guys kind of pull together. And then you could take control of things if you're united. I know they're working to keep you guys divided, but what I'm saying, if the activists come together, I think you can make some headway with it.
So a lot of us are waiting on the opportunity for the guards to change, for the older generation to pass on. That's the speech among many of our young people. Some very few want to continue what is transpiring because they are in positions to benefit, and the culture of selfishness and individualism have hit them. But it is the poor people who are the majority, and the middle class who are struggling, who want change, want a better day. And we while we are trying to etch out a living in this very difficult time, and maybe that sometimes takes up too much of our energy, that level of desperation among some of the youth. Some of them will lose their lives. They won't realize the change because today, they're looking towards those daily issues. But I have hope in the future, and we do make certain efforts. Politics is because of the elders and the way that they have carried about themselves has a very negative connotation to it. The fear of victimization, our opinions of it as being something negative. But I am as well, Gary, maybe we can do more to organize ourselves. No excuses. We have to dig deep, whatever resources we have, whatever little resources we have to put it towards our future. And collectively, our future can become better.
Fuad, can I ask a question, Fuad? Why was the Abdullah truthfully arrested?
Sorry, why was Omar Abdullah?
What was he arrested for?
I don't know what they said he was arrested for, but people who challenge what is transpiring within this society, that is how you are dealt with. So I have been arrested before.
So then we are living under Putin, under Maduro, under Hitler. I say so. Because if the man only going to go and deliver a peaceful man, I don't see him, he ain't cussing nobody. He go on with a letter of protocol, I understand, to ask the disparaging and the disparity that is about to occur in education, and you're not supposed to deny children the right to an education, and a whole heap of policemen with gun with arrest this unarmed black man. Huh? What madness going on in Trinidad and Tobago? We living in dark times. We living in a socialist republic of Trinidad. That's where they live in. I say so. I'm vexed now. What they arrest the imam? What they arrest him for? What they arrest Abdullah for? And then arrest Jason De Silva that he looked like somebody that committed a crime. Yeah, they was hoping that Jason flip out on them and they get to brutalize him in the jail. But Jason is Socrates on the hill for them, Watch it. Yeah, he's smart, They keep looking at Jason, he bear back and he drops his F-bombs, but you got to listen to what Jason's saying, That is Socrates on the hill. Leave him there. You arrest him because he look like, I look like somebody too. I'm tired of the pigtail national movement now. I'm fed up of them.
Well, Diana, the strategy is so that you understand that if you go out and protest, this is what we're going to do to you.
Well, if I was down there, I would be walking around the Red House for exercise because I need some exercise in my old age. Me ain't talking to nobody, and the best
they will try
me
to
alone.
intimidate you.
Well, they got to let them try. Let them try. I lived in a house with a tyranny, a tyrannical woman. And I survive her. What do you think? A policeman coming up in my face, bawling at me? I would just look at you like he's stupid and keep walking and going about my business. And every day I have business in the direction of the Red House. Yeah. You tell me I could go about between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. But I have business in the direction of the Red House. Only leave me alone.
Yeah, boss, we're waiting for you to log in. This is
That's right. People, I tell people fear, the word fear is an acronym for false evidence appearing real. Can't these people intimidate you? Your own country, China have a big statue in the middle of Port. All they can't go and walk around all your house, the Red House, the pavement. Cool. But we living in Trinidad now. Because in Beijing, you can't go into Tiananmen Square and do and protest. That is exactly what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad, nice to live in. I say so. I'm not a Trinidadian, as a Bajan now.
Well, I'm a Trinidadian and I'm talking and I'm calling on the young people to unite.
Yeah. Tired of them and the
we are the majority now. We are the majority. The people who are suffering are the majority. So I think if we stand up, I think they're trying to block me to unite, and what we should do is really work on uniting. I think you have that connection with the people already, and I would like to see you build on that. So I would like to encourage you to connect with the activists and kind of build on that relationship on the ground there. I think we can really do something if we really kind of build on it. So this is what I'm looking forward to.
It's coming, I don't know if you all could feel it all the way up there, but there's something in the air. It's coming. It's coming.
Yes.
But I see what I'm saying to you, leadership is needed, and we don't want it to go the wrong way. We want it to be coordinated. Of course. We want it to be coordinated. So I want to see the leadership in place to kind of lead it. Yeah,
but when a tidal wave comes, sometimes it's very little you could do to hold it back, But afterwards, there needs to arise the right people to direct things.
I think his internet went down.
Okay, his internet is breaking up. All right, folks, his internet breaking up a little bit. Maybe his battery went dead or something.
No, that pigtail national movement hijacking anything
nice
again.
Guy, man. I really like this guy.
She cool. Diana, what is that one, man?
That the pigtail national movement hijacking.
No,
Diana, but that make up she's at Trinidad in your page.
Yeah. You can be you like you went to the Waffle House or
let them keep it.
One time you stayed in that Trinidadian, no ID for you.
They can't take that away. I have Trini bird paper.
No ID for you. None.
Let them keep it.
You're not getting one.
Let me tell you something. I like bathing on that standpipe. If I go back to Trinidad, I want to bathe on that standpipe.
I will bathe on that standpipe too. When I go back home, I will bathe. I'm gonna bathe by that standpipe, and I'm doing a live video from that standpipe.
I bathe naked under the standpipe.
Look. Fisting for something. Little wanna breadstick, lollipop, Bonnie Roberts. Look how quick the chat moving fast. I can't stop it. Look at the emojis. Little wanna put up. Jesus Christ. Biggest Maurice Alexander. Biggest Haley. Even Haley put one. Look Lana too. Takisha too. Takisha said Ethiopian confused like Kingsley.
I go in and bathe naked under the standpipe.
Look, Nadia pop emojis too.
Yes.
Ellis, even Ellis Island. Diana, your gay emojis for sober. Look emojis. Oh, good. You never look Lana pop emoji. Jesus Christ. Lollipop. Lord Nizam Mohammed.
And I want a piece of blue soap too.
Who you getting blue soap? Look, not skate proper next one again. Jesus Christ, Diana.
You're going to the store to buy some water to drink, a bottle of water. You can go by Stampa and get some water to drink.
But we have hey, not skate. I was just talking to Senator Nakhid just to make sure he's coming in. Before we go, I wanted to listen to this. Bonnie Roberts. Honey Roberts. Listen to this, Honey Roberts.
Yes, Fish Sticky can do that for me. Yes, he can. Let him come and soap me up.
Yeah, who want to soap you up?
Imbert.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
Imbert. Not Imbert. Ethelbert. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Listen to Ellis Island. Wall Street, keep your clothes on, brother. Hunting season opening. boss, boss.
I don't
Hey,
want no life, boy. I want blue soap.
but you
Nothing
see,
wrong with you.
but Dana,
Wait. I want some breeze. Or some, you all remember detergent named Drive? I want some Drive.
drive.
You don't remember detergent named Drive?
No, we couldn't afford drive. We could only afford park. We couldn't afford drive. We could only get park. We could drive. We couldn't afford drive. Only park for we, boy.
Somebody talk about being naked as a boy. Hey, but don't come and harass me, nobody.
Yeah, Honey Roberts agree with you. Look, Zaid say yeah, blue soap down.
Him spurt can't reach past my knee.
Yeah. Who's that? Not getting some good one lately, you know.
They're not easy. Oh God, let me
I had
wash
to put them on
my
the underground report, boy.
Oh God, I just start up with people in the chat. Lord.
Hey, look, Takesha say, make sure when you come into bed by the standpipe, make sure you have security.
Oh God.
Rose said opening the standpipe before they open the beach. Oh God! Well, yes.
Oh geez.
Hey, Dana, Fistick said Dana only going by the standpipe to wear Rasta hand soap she up.
That's right.
Hey, listen.
That's right.
Maurice Alexander say he's gonna set up a standpipe down Superior. All with this.
Sunlight soap. What's sunlight soap?
What?
I know blue soap.
Oh no, you don't know sunlight soap?
No, I don't know sunlight soap.
That's why he's not showing that in anymore.
Hey.
Skeg say, oh no, Gary and Wall's gonna mash up the P&M pigtail standpipe.
Oh,
but listen to this, eh? All right, I think that's Senator Nakhid just joining us here. Let's bring him in.
Oh, he must be saying we're crazy, but
that's Fuad. Let's finish up with Fuad. Fuad, we just wanted to finish up with you, man. We didn't want you to leave just like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. We
I know Diana thought that they cut us out and thing, you know.
Yeah, you know what they say?
Yeah,
you know the
that's
first thing
what
they
they
say?
do. Hijack
them kick you out. That's the first thing Diana and Gary and all them fellas in the chat go say, them cut your thing. That's what they say.
That's what they're doing, yeah.
Everything that they blame the them.
They're capable.
They're capable of everything. The other day we had an economist in here, right? He something I'm telling. Who do we have, boy? Somebody we had, but he come back. Everybody in chat, boy, the PNM hijack the internet. The PNM do this and the PNM do that. You know, but Fuad.
Listen, but last time my video feed cut off, they really grabbed me and put a skin while I was covering parts of the protests after the killing of the three mover men. They are brutal. The officer was like, resist. So he told me to resist so he could beat me, basically. And he fed up on me. I was like, but are you fed up on me? I don't know you. Fed up on what? What's your problem? You know, and it's because of the ignorance as well of some of our officers who think they are a force against the population as well. And they don't see themselves as the same black boys who are being gunned down. You know, it's a warped mentality. And they left me in prison for 3 days, you know, purposefully, during a period of COVID where it was about 20 of us in a cell. You know, we couldn't all sleep at the same time because of the size of the cell. Just you know, torture basically. And that is the consequence. They want individuals to understand that is the consequence if you
fear.
Yeah, we must live in fear, young people. You know, to dissuade the middle class youth from acting and stepping up. I remember when we had the Black Lives Matter protests as well in the Savannah. I have been charged for, for things coming out, offenses arising from that, and other individuals were charged. Some received phone calls and threats. Well, they're saying they interviewing you, but it is basically to intimidate you.
They could
So
put me in a cell with 20 men. I would teach them some poetry.
yeah. Well, it was very enlightening. We had extremely good conversations. It was not just ourselves, so we were having conversations with the three cells that were side by side. But it is uncomfortable. It's hard, cold concrete that you have to sleep on. They have these really bright lights now in that station.
I would break the bulb.
Well, that disable you from sleeping, basically. It's just torture. It is torture. It was a period of COVID as well, where you're supposed to be social distancing and stuff. You arrest people for supposed breach of COVID regulations, but then you put them in a position where they cannot
can contract COVID.
COVID. Yeah. And that's why maybe so many of these officers are suffering from COVID and other things. It's terrible.
But Ford, before you go, right, I just wanted to quickly discuss the situation with Trinbago and your steel band, in that you have given Trinbago a pro-action protocol letter, because they're supposed to be calling an election, and they have decided that they're not going to call an election. And just discuss quickly, briefly, that.
Yeah, man. Well, we on the ground. Steel band is the grassroots movement of Trinidad and Tobago as well. And we have a steel band, Western Stars Philharmonic Steel Orchestra. I took the action. The action is in my name, but the action is on behalf of all pan men and pan women and all citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, because we have a president at this point and an executive that is saying to us they cannot hold meetings and elections, and they think that is good enough. So I went into them and I challenged that, because our rights to elect representatives and also to look after our business through our AGMs and the questions and other things and the reports that come with that are essential and fundamental to us and are very important. So I went in and I had a conversation with the president and others, and they were saying that pan men over 60, they don't know nothing about Zoom. And I was like, are you over 60? Are you over 60? And I did a survey right there, and 8 out of 10 of them were. And they met via Zoom to make the decision that we cannot meet via Zoom. It's just...
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. You see?
Madness.
It's disrespectful, but they start at the point where they don't want an election at this point in time because they don't think they're going to win, and they want to continue in office with the perks and the power or whatever they think they have. But that is untenable. And they thought that, nobody ain't going to do anything about it. Maybe we will talk about it and they will just ignore us, But they have some people in Trinidad and Tobago who not going to stand for that. So I took legal action. I hope they are sensible enough not to drag our institution into that costly process, at the end of which they will lose, and drag Trinbago through the dirt with that type of stigma again, because we have had difficult times in the past where executives have misappropriated funds, have done wrong things, etc. And that is why I took that legal action. It literally states that elections and our convention can take place, and it is the constitutional responsibility of the executive to do such. And in failure to do that, we would be proceeding to the courts for them to direct that breach of contract, direct that specific performance as stipulated by our constitution takes place. It have people like myself and others who are legally educated, who are involved in steel band now, the innovators, the educated youth, and the older men have sense. You can't say pan men don't have sense. You can't say we can't, have a Zoom meeting. You cannot say that. You can't say that you can't schedule an election that follows all the protocols so that it is safely done. Trinidad has had countless elections since COVID, since this pandemic, and we're going to have another one in December, which our president, who's a Tobagonian, has taken part in as well. So it's just hypocrisy and general, stupidity. Well, I say stupidity, but to her, she may think she's smart, but smart in the wrong way, if you understand what I'm saying. Just basically trying to steal more time. It's sad. And constantly throughout this pandemic, that has been her statement, that she's unable to do certain things because of the pandemic, when really and truly it should have been an opportunity where a lot could have been done, differently, in terms of building the capacity of the membership, in terms of teaching bands and their leadership. But none of that has been done in terms of working on our headquarters and setting up a way forward. There's so much that could have been done during this period of time. Digital teaching, reaching out internationally to people to foster better relationships and partnerships to push PAN further. So much that could have been done that has not been done.
So Fuad, last question before you go, right? Someone said, so Fuad, do you think Beverly Ramsey is not doing a better job as a president?
A better?
Well, I mean, the person might be saying
better is a comparative word.
Yeah, better than the last person, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, that is a hell of a standard. Again, we as intelligent people, we've gone through the length and breadth of Trinidad and Tobago, talking with other individuals, pan men, pan women, some who are now working in the United States as well, teaching in universities, plying their trade. We have had so much consensus and meeting with these individuals, not just in person, also via electronic means. And there are so many ideas to move this movement forward, to move steel band forward. And we have not seen those things being done by Ms. Ramsey more. Even the promises that she made during her campaign, constitutional reform, the steps towards the independence of bands and the financial empowerment of bands. Not even the framework has been set up in this downtime. So, it is not good enough. Many of us believe that better could have been done, and many of us also feel that we can do better as well. So there are other people who want to step forward and take up that responsibility to carry the movement forward. And, we want the opportunity to be heard by the electorate, and we want the opportunity to be elected as well. So, now to answer that question succinctly, Ms. Ramsey Moore give us less. She ain't handling it.
And last thing, somebody said pan players are getting blank in the embassy right now to go away for Miami Carnival. You know anything about that?
Um, that is possible. Uh, our association is supposed to make representations for us, and sometimes suitable representation is not being made for us. You know, on a general scale in Trinidad and Tobago, the issues that we have in the U.S. Embassy are of concern to me as a citizen. I feel as though there should not be a quota per se. If there are requirements for Trinidadians to meet, that's fine. And we can discuss those requirements if they are fair and whatever, etc. But when you have quotas and you're saying to Trinidadian citizens that we could only take so much, so somehow they're going to get blank and we're taking your processing fees and we're not returning them if you are not granted that opportunity. And when you go to the embassy and they tell you, listen, you didn't qualify now, you could apply again with the same information and the same details, and then you get an opportunity. That is not just, it is not fair. I believe in mutual respect. I believe that our leaders should have already articulated to the US Embassy and the US government that individuals from the United States are allowed to come into Trinidad and Tobago with very relaxed regulations, no visa is required, etc. And reciprocity is essential. If there is some small requirement because it is proven that individuals are, illegally staying or something, that's understandable. But the way the process is done now, I am not pleased, and as a leader, I would want those things changed as well. I would be having conversations with counterparts to try to change that. It's unfair. We have to respect each other. No blue book. We have a blue book too. No blue book is greater than the other. In my opinion, Trinidad and Tobago is sweet, and I prefer here than the cold any day. We are blessed. We are rich. We are full of resources. So many companies from the United States benefit from Trinidad and Tobago. They are here, taking out, and life should be a give and a take. I believe in mutual respect. So something needs to be done to help those individuals who want to go across to Miami to spread that love of pan and this wonderful musical instrument and what we produce in terms of culture. Somebody needs to assist. If I can, I would attempt. If the individual who raised the topic wants to contact me as well, feel free, and I will try to assist in whatever way that I can.
So Fuad, I want to say, man, thank you so very kindly for taking the time. You took this interview on very short notice. Any closing words before you go?
Yeah, man, it's love. Thank you for the opportunity. Blessings to all those who tune in. Continue. You don't want to say it, but I will say it. Continue to tune into programs like this. This program is essential. Get the education that you need. Benefit from Gary, Diana, and Anselm. All that you can while they with us on the air, and while they're with us, I have utmost respect for elders, educators like yourselves.
Hey, watch it. Don't put me
And
in
young
that
people
elder
like
group.
Diana.
Okay.
So thanks a lot, guys. Blessings to you all anytime.
All right.
Yeah, man.
I really
Okay.
appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Talk again.
And
All
me
right,
and your
take care.
papi still on good terms, eh? Okay, good.
Yeah, of course, man.
Hey, tell him we say hello, man. Tell him we say hello.
Will do.
All right, okay. Take
Okay,
care.
good night.
All right,
Blessings. Have a good night.
All right. So there we have it, folks. We have another individual from in the village, a guy who is now has been to the village before and keep coming to the village. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Maurice Alexander, boy, thank you very much. Yes, this program is great. Continue, brother, and some blessings. Yeah, Gary, Diana, and them, you know, all you listen to this, eh? I want all you to listen to this before I
What?
play. Go ahead, Gary.
What I'm just sending to Nakhid.
I just call him, I just call him on phone, they say he come in.
Okay.
He tell me he come in.
Okay.
You know, sometimes when they say you come in, you know,
What?
I come in, I come
Yeah,
in,
no,
I come in,
they're
I
working
come in.
on other things. Yeah, okay.
Hold on. Listen to this. I want to play this song first before I play the video. Eh? Let me play this. I ain't playing the whole song. I'm just playing part of the song. All right? Part of the song. Then I go play a video for all you. I want to play part of this song. I ain't playing the whole thing. All right? So listen to this. I ain't playing the whole thing. I'm not playing the whole thing. And then I go play a video for all you. All this stare to go away, no? Don't go away.
Yeah.
Who me on the head? I'm the other.
Oh.
I want to invoke the doctor and then give him a letter. I want to ask him a question. If he knew what was going on, the other day was passing. I hear people complaining. He is the man with the answer. But he quite over yonder. They say, snake in the valley, snake in the valley,
This is Caribbean Vibes.
snake in the valley, and they biting hard. Snake in the valley, I'm sorry for Trinidad.
You hear that? Now only listen to this video. Eh? Listen to this video. Eh? All those tell me. Listen to this. Only listen. Only ready to listen. Listen to this.
Boy,
Huh?
Busty Mark.
taking the
Busty Mark.
party.
Yeah, snake in the party, boy. Snake in the party. All right,
Snake.
welcome, boy. All we are snake. Snake in the party.
Reach out
Papa
to
P.
he
Listen.
to come back home. He was disgruntled. I say, you know what? We revamping the Red Army. Let me reach out to that one in America and bring him back. That nastiness only alter in all my shows every evening and carrying news all about the place and doing videos to cuss me for his 3 viewers on his Facebook show. At least Ghost and them had 2 more viewers than he. Every chance I get, he is altering my videos to play back on his show with his 3 viewers. 3 hosts on the show and each host have a viewer. I kid you not. So he alter a video talking something where I say about Darian from where I say about Darian and try to send me the video to get a response out to me. I kindly let that man know and say, you see you up in America there? I will continue to ignore you just like the PNM ministers. And Dominic Romaine is a real PNM activist. That's all I had to say. Well, you know, after that, he gone quiet. All you don't come for me for ratings for all your show. I not normal. I will get in all your comments, get on all your show and tell all you off. I not in this thing for likes. Nobody had to like me. Nobody had to be my
Snake in the balize. All listen to this now. All listen. Listen.
on the Koki Eye station. He
Oh,
just
yeah,
ain't
watch
calling
it. Let
Foster
me do
name,
this.
but it's
Oh, yeah.
Foster name
Let
he
me
want
do
to
this,
call
Let me say this.
I don't know who
I
gave
shall
you
else.
a work
I shall
to
else.
go after
According to you again, I shall
hard-working,
else.
young,
I'm gonna
assertive
doubling the
Foster
donation now, I
Cummings.
shall else. I shall else.
But I don't know if you
Yes,
get the memo.
I.
I on Foster
Oh,
team.
God, what happened here, boy? Nah, boy.
And if you think you is the
man?
biggest, baddest PNM,
Ole,
because
man?
PNM mind you
Hello?
like a stepchild, and you could
God,
destroy
this
and
thing
build up
going
who
down
you
just
want in the
right.
party because internals come in now. And like somebody
Alright.
gave you a
Sure.
work to come for Foster, you had to come through me.
Hello?
Instead of you
Pull it
thank
out,
God for
take it
health
out.
and strength, thank God
We
for
hear
life.
it,
The
you
only
answer,
thing you
but
could do
this
is
one.
turn your guns on the radio on
wait.
Foster
Hello?
Cummings. Young, vibrant Foster Cummings. Who try and
Good. Anselm fell out. Are you guys hearing me? Gary, you hearing me? Okay, we have to go and come again.
I'm hearing you.
Yeah, I'm not hearing Anselm. He has to he probably had his internet was dropping all night long though. But what is she talking about? 3 viewers. You hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Right. I don't know what she's talking about. 3 viewers and want to. I am not in no battle with nobody for no viewership. I already declared my hand. I do not support any party in Trinidad and Tobago. I am for the suffering folks. That is who I speak about and who I speak for. So I don't know. Don't call me in none of your Gael, young lady. Please don't call me in none of your Gael. And I ain't no biggest, baddest PNM. I ain't no
After
biggest,
I
baddest
reach out to
UNC.
he
None of that.
to come back home, he was
None of that.
disgruntled. I say, you know what? We revamping the Red Army. Let me reach out to that one in America and bring him back. That nastiness only altering all my shows every evening and carrying news all about the place and doing videos to cuss me for his 3 viewers on his Facebook show. At least Ghost and them had 2 more viewers than he. Every chance I get, he is altering my videos to play back on his show with his 3 viewers. 3 hosts on the show and each host have a viewer. I kid you not. So he alter a video talking something where I say about Darian from where I say about Darian and try to send me the video to get a response out to me. I kindly let that man know and say, you see you up in America there? I will continue to ignore you just like the PNM ministers. And Dominic Romaine is a real PNM activist. That's all I had to say. Well, you know, after that, he gone quiet. All you don't come for me for ratings for all your show. I not normal. I will get in all your comments, get on all your show and tell all your off. I not in this thing for likes. Nobody had to like me. Nobody had to be my friend.
Diana, you there? Hello? Answer him.
Let's have the next one. On the Koki Eye station. He just ain't calling Foster name, but it's Foster name he want to call it. I don't know who gave he a work to go after hard-working, young, assertive Foster Cummins. But I don't know if you ain't get the memo. I on Foster team. And if you think you is the biggest, baddest PNM, because PNM mind you like a stepchild, and you could destroy and build up who you want in the party because your internals come in now. And like somebody gave you a work to come for Foster, you had to come through me. Instead of you thank God for health and strength, thank God for life, the only thing you could do is turn your guns on the radio on Foster Cummins, young, vibrant Foster Cummins, who trying his best up in La Hocketa, who had a battle of a lifetime to fight up there and won. Instead of you thank God for life, health, and strength, every chance you get, you on Foster back. I on Foster team, eh? And I's not easy one to wrangle with. You don't want to cross me. Leave Foster Cummins alone. The opposition of 1,000,001 of them who doing all kind of thing on the other side. You can't see that to discuss. You can't attack the UNC. Your only thing to do is attack Foster Cummins. PNM Foster Cummins. I tell you, some more PNMites just make me shame. The AG not going nowhere and leave Foster to hell alone. All you don't want to start that pack of foolishness with me. Because I have no done. So go back and let he know that I on Foster team. And because I on Foster team, anybody come for Foster had to pass through me. And I, Aisha Wells, have no done. What PNM is all you know. PNM mind somebody like a stepchild. And all they feel all they can make and break the party is who all they want and who all they don't want. Come for him now, I beg you.
Add myself back to the stream. Yeah. All right. Let me go solo. I want to go solo. Solo layout. So I have a message for Aisha Wells. Aisha Wells, facts don't lie. You hear the tape you just played? Aisha Wells, if I am from Wall Street Reborn have edited that tape, I will donate 40,000 TT to a charity of your choice, Aisha Wells. All your Kingsley, I know you're listening. Kingsley, you're listening. Call Aisha Wells from me. Heavy and Ghost, I know they're listening. Andy Williams, I know they're listening. Call Aisha and tell Aisha Wall Street say, if I edit it, and you see Aisha, I disappointed in you, man. You know, my mother-in-law always tell me, a liar has no memory, right? You went and lie on Diane Marcel and Foster Cummins, and then you come 2 days later and lying again and saying you didn't say what you said. I said, well, 33 years ago before I get married, my mother-in-law told me, she said, Anselm, a liar has no memory, you know. And I said, sadly, Aisha Wells, you fit in the character. So Aisha Wells, I want you again come on your program and apologize to Minister Foster Cummins. Apologize to Darian Marcel for throwing Darian Marcel under the bus, Aisha Wells, and putting the minister into disrepute. And Aisha Wells, if I am lying and I have edited your tape, you pick the charity and you have $40,000 to donate to whatever charity you want. All right, Aisha Wells? And I go leave it there, right? And I tell you, I know you're going to adjust it no more, you know. You can't adjust it no more. You cannot adjust it anymore. Because you know, in the village here, we just only speak truth to power. Over and out, Aisha Wells. Your move now. Your move, Aisha Wells. Your move, Aisha Wells. Right? Your move. Hold on. Your move. However you want to do it, Aisha Wells. Your move now. I'm going to be listening now, Aisha. I'm going to be listening. All right? Yeah, let me bring back in the Phantom. Let me bring back in. Hold up, boy. I know I'm to the I know I'm to Senator Nakhid, boy.
Anyway, we have another guest supposed to come in at 9.
Yeah. Well, we go with fee. So,
Answer.
yeah.
I will not, and I hope she's listening. Because of, I mean, you know, you only have water under the bridge.
No, water under the bridge.
No, under the bridge. Wait, let me back up.
Yeah.
All they belong to the same party. Let me leave it there. I don't belong to no party in Trinidad and Tobago. Never voted in Trinidad and Tobago, right? I will not be engaging Miss Wells because, you know, I don't think I can learn anything from her. So I will not be engaging her. Let me finish. If I have one person looking at my thing, that's fine. I have a whole heap of followers that follow me on my personal page. I will not be engaging Miss Wells. She can say whatever she wants. That's her mouth. Let her have and I've spoken on it. I move on. Peace be to everybody. Okay.
Well, listen. Listener, I a little different. Because, Diana, you see, you have to make sure people like that, you know, Aisha Wells has no memory. Listen now, imagine a tape from your own station, I edit. A tape from your station, was she editing the tape? Why go edit the tape for? But Aisha Wells know that. But you see, Aisha Wells had to go to one set of them P&M and he go along, get along P&M gang. Because that's the kind of people that's the kind of listeners she have, you know. All them and he go along, get along P&M gang, you know. Whatever Aisha Wells say, if Aisha Wells tell them the sky, yeah, all them people, but Aisha, and listen, that the same Aisha Wells a few months ago was cussing the P&M, you know. She cussed them, boy. Stink and dirty. If you hear cuss, I never hear cuss like that in true market. Aisha Wells sit down in she car, but yes, she got a new car, you know. I guess she got a new car. I know how she get a new car, but somebody tell me she got a new car. Aisha Wells, the PNM supporters want to know if you have a new car and who gave you the new car. Now, I just asking it, it's questions. The people want to know, Aisha Wells. They say you get a new van, it's a van. And they want to know where you get a new van, Aisha Wells. Were you paid, Aisha Wells? Just asking. I don't know. Eh? You see, I like to ask questions because I don't know. You see, when Farouk Abu Bakr was here, you see, I ask the people questions in the chat, Diana. I ask questions. I don't know. Eh? I ask him questions. But Aisha Wells, you have $40,000. 40,000 big ones on the line. Right? Let me see what you go do now. Oh, wait. See, you have a new Benz? Nah. Nah. No. No. Not skate. Don't talk no lie now, man. I said, you have a new Benz?
I could care less who got what. Doesn't matter. I'm studying the people that are suffering on the ground. I'm studying Tobago's autonomy. I'm studying people can't make the children bookless. I'm studying people behind on their rent and their bills. I don't care about any other host on any other program in Trinidad and Tobago. It phases me not.
Nobody else call my name just so.
Well, listen, I always say people could call me, but don't call me too late.
No, Diana. When they call my name, I had to let them
know.
Call.
They don't pelt stone at a mango tree that have distasteful mangoes,
Yeah, barren mango trees. They don't pelt stone.
But my grandmother said distasteful mangoes. The mango will stay there, and the bird will pick it, and it will fall on the ground, and worms gonna crawl out of it. So I don't. They want to call my name as long as you call it correctly and don't chop up my name. I don't care. I don't care. Because when I open my wallet, it's us dollars. I live at a home I own. I have 2 vehicles. I don't have time with nobody who wants to just say I got one life. Oh, please, I got time.
Don't worry about
small
that, man.
Fries.
Small
fries.
It's in the village with the dark triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. What right? I shall get a Benz boy. I shall congratulations again. All right. Snake, anybody say? We're going for a short break. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Of course, we are back with you. It's in the village with the dark triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Hey! Look, we are Kevin Henry, boy. Kevin Henry said, I'm a member of the Go Along, Get Along PNM gang, boy. Hey! What Rose say? What answer? A new van? I only hear that. Yeah, it's a new van, boy. New van, you know.
Who cares? Yeah, you giving her. Let's move on. Where we guess? We guess in the background.
Guess come in. What's Kate says she boasting about the Benz on the show, boy. I don't know. I just asking questions, man. Kevin Henry, welcome, boy. Yeah. What? Claudia say Aisha not in Diana League. I have never heard Diana carry on as Aisha does. No, Aisha different. Me and Aisha go up in Laventilla, so all don't talk bad about Aisha.
I'm not talking bad about anybody, but you know,
No,
don't
no,
talk no. No. I'm just saying, don't throw no stones my way because I.
Oh, look, Bonnie asked the question. Bonnie, you know, I hear it's alleged. I don't know it. Now I'm going to call the name, but I know the person's name starts with a P, right? The middle name is a O, and the last name starts with a S.
Oh
I don't
Lord.
know if that's what it is, but that's what I've been told.
POS. POS.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. For the one you have, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not calling nobody's name. I've been told that because I don't live in Trinidad, so I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But if the girl get Victor Newman, don't go there. You see that one, Victor Newman? Victor Newman, since you go there, Gary, I think Victor Newman is new here. Victor is a new man here. Is Victor a new man here?
I don't know. Yeah, his name doesn't look there.
So Victor said this. All you know, I just only read things from the chat. So we're waiting on the next guest. Gary?
I'm listening.
We're waiting on the next guest, eh? I know, boy, like David Nakhid say he's trying to get in.
Maybe the internet.
No, I don't know if I try. Wait. Watch. Listen to this, eh? Victor Newman, welcome to Indie Village. Oh, let's say hello to Victor. I think this is his first time. Victor say Kamala had 7,000 food items VAT-free and they vote her out. You see why we mustn't follow things blindly and regurgitate what people say. You mustn't do that. That does get me vexed. Victor says Kamala had 7,000 food items VAT-free and they vote out. The PNM will reinstate the VAT and make it 11 items VAT-free and people happy. So Victor, here what I will do. I will give Kamala, Mrs. Kamala Prasad Busesa, the 7,000 VAT-free. Take that. Take it. But Victor, you know, you hear the Minister of Finance announce, it's not 11, it's 12. 12 items during the budget. And Victor, I live in America and I know this because I researched it. There was 45 items on the list. 45. So what you are doing here, Victor, you are just regurgitating what other people told you or what you had read from other people. I live in America and I have the list right here. I have the list. As a matter of fact, you know, let me pull up the list for you. I will get the list. No, I don't like that, man. That's why we need problems that we are in. First of all, at least you could get the 11 right. You missed one. So you lost 1 point there already. If you're in the class, you die F minus.
Oh.
Victor, you die F minus. I F minus. Right? And I gave you the 7,000. Right? I ain't asked you for the list. I don't ask you for the list of 7,000. But 7,000 is a whole lot. Maybe you need to give me that list too, you know. Right? But you said 11 items VAT free and people happy. What fools? Hey, Victor, let me get it for you. Let me get it. All of us only get me vex. All you know when they don't come in the village. All they don't come in the village with them kind of thing, man. Don't come with that. Nah. Or you know what? The thing big, I'll get it. I'll get it for you. I'll go get it. I'll go get it. Yeah. You see? Nah.
But I'm
wait, Diana, 1 minute. Biggest. Listen, lower my voice before my fall out. And I don't fall Steve, so don't worry about the Ellis. It didn't go fall out, and if it fall out, I would do like Super Blue when he was in Skinner Park. I would bend down, pick it up, and pay it back in, and keep singing. Your mama was Super Blue fall out in Skinner Park. He was singing. What was song he was singing? The man just do everything up, pick it up and put it back in like it's nothing. I'm gonna just bring it up, pick it up, put it like nothing.
Well, it really have thing on people, boy. Woo!
Yeah.
Canal and Gaia.
Yeah. So, hey, well, it's like he gone. Yes. I mean, Victor.
He's still there.
Victor, he said.
Oh.
Oh, he changed the topic. He changed the topic, boy. Victor changed the subject. Boy, you get Victor, your petticoat showing. Is that safe for men? Or that's for women?
The petticoat hanging, like the petticoat hanging PhD.
Is that for men or women?
I don't know. Petticoat is for women. Yeah.
Hey, Victor, your petticoat showing, boy. Don't let your petticoat show. When you're coming to the village, Victor, let me tell you something. When you're coming to the village, Victor, double check your stats before you come. Double check it. Let's bring in our next guest. Double check it. Right? And I will ask your next guest the question too. Let's bring in our next guest. No other than Mr. Dave Tancoo, the chairman of the United National Congress. Did I get that correct, sir?
Yes, you did. Thank you very much.
Oh, I get and also the former General Secretary. Did I get that correct, sir?
Oops.
He frees up a little bit.
Yeah, the pigtail national movement on the move.
And Dave, the former General Secretary as well. Is that accurate?
That is also correct. Thank you very much. Yes.
And the shadow Minister of Finance for the UNC. Is that also accurate?
Also accurate.
Dave, what? Like 3-6 I did, right? 3-6.
But a couple of those are formers there, so we only deal with one current.
No. The only one is the chairman. General Secretary is former.
Correct.
Chairman is current. The shadow is current.
Let's get down to some action now.
Yeah, that's right.
We gotta talk a little nice thing first, man.
That's right, yeah.
Like you're coming in the next night, hurry, man.
Yeah. Tomorrow's parliament, and we're preparing for parliament, so.
Oh, all right. No problem, man. No problem. So we have with us, of course, we have Diana.
I want you to give answer my education on kind of things that Kamala government had put and removed the VAT form and or the kind of things she did to help the struggling people in the country, to make life easier for them, with the baby milk and all the different subsidies that Kamala had put in her government.
Oh Lord, how much time you have, brother?
No, give me a quick.
It is 5 years and a couple months chock full of incentives and initiatives by the Kamala Prasad Bisesa administration, which would have assisted citizens, regular citizens of this country. And we are starting from the baby grant, the Children's Life Fund, and a multiplicity of other initiatives that were designed specifically for citizens who were suffering a little bit of a difficulty generally. But also, remember, we also did a set of initiatives that would promote people in business, etc. So if you give me an idea specifically of what you're looking for, I might be able to pinpoint a couple of those, but it's a lot. We spent 5 years trying to build the community, the network, the structure, and the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Ironically, the PNM has also spent 5.5 years, 6 years now. And what they have done is completely dismantle what existed before. Completely dismantle. Every progress that would have been made over over our period in time, every stride that we have taken, they have gone backwards and even beyond that period before our time.
Would you say, Mr. Tancoo, that they may make the counter argument that they reverse all these things that Madam Bisesa did in an attempt to save money?
I don't think so. This government has spent $304 billion in 6 years with nothing to show for it. They have, in fact, what they did is abandon work that was that were on the edge of completion. So we have schools. We have several schools that were 95 and 96% complete when this government took office in 2015. And up to today, those schools have not been done. 95% complete at that point when they took it over. We have highways that were 50% finished that they simply abandoned. We had police stations, community centers, hospitals, all kind of infrastructure that were at various stages of completion. But they were so bad mind, folks. They were so bad mind that they decided to stop that. So some of the projects that they're now claiming credit for, the Point Fortin Highway is a classic example. They victimized Point Fortin for 6 years rather than get it done. And today they're making big pronouncements that the highway is being done. 6 years they suffer Point Fortin for nothing but pure bad mind.
But they also make a counter argument that they refurbished the Red House. They, all those national places. They may say that they siphoned the money that way.
No, but some of that is fact. I give them that. Some of that is fact. But money, there was a significant amount of money in the system. I mean, they spent $600 million on projects at NGC, just 2 projects at NGC. One state company, there are over 100 state entities that spend money on behalf of the government. One of those is NGC. And in that one of those is NGC. Just identifying 2 projects, it has cost taxpayers over $600 million. It's not that they don't have money. It's not that they didn't have money. It's that they simply spent it on everything except on the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And that was the policy difference between the Kamala Prasad Bisasa administration and the PNM administration. We were people-centered at every stage. That is why we could boast of the kind of initiatives that were there for improvement of the lives and the quality of lives of citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And what they can boast of, having spent $304 billion, what infrastructure can you see? How have the lives of citizens improved? $304 billion, that's an average of $139 million spent per day in this country over the last 6 years. And they have nothing to show for it. And in fact, it's worse than that, You know what they have to show? A significant amount of debt. So they spend a set of money. They got over $200 billion in revenue. And they spent that, they borrowed money and they spent that and nothing to show for it in 6 years. 6 years, that is real, that is oppression.
And it is a given too that if a government delivers a deficit budget, 2 ways of getting to buffer that money that is needed is either by taxation or borrowing. Do you agree with me?
No, there are several ways. In Trinidad and Tobago, there are in fact a few ways. So one of those ways is they can increase taxation, which they are doing. The other way is they can actually sell state assets, which they are doing. The third way is that they can borrow money, which they are doing. The fourth way is that they could withdraw from what is called the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, which is the bank account of Trinidad and Tobago, the savings account of Trinidad and Tobago, which we have accumulated over about 15 to 20 years. And they are doing all of that, all of the above. Selling assets, borrowing, withdrawing from the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, and taxation. All of those measures are being used to fund the deficit. Now, I want to make a point that borrowing is nothing wrong with borrowing, There's nothing wrong with running a deficit budget, What is wrong is when you take that money and instead of it being applied to the benefit of citizens, the average citizens, you have the Stuart Young, friends, family, and financiers. That is who is benefiting, not average citizens. Average citizens are panicking, lining up for hours in the hot sun in Trinidad and Tobago today to get a hamper, a little bag of food to last them 2 days. That is the level at which this government has brought citizens in this country.
Those measures that are being implemented by I call them the Pigtail National Movement. Those measures are just
Pigtail National Movement. I love it.
They're just temporary because you can't sustain an economy and put people on hampers and then not make ways for them to get back their jobs and to pay their bills. So those are temporary measures, and the economy is not going to fare well. I'm asking, as an economist, what sort of in economics they teach us either the U curve, the V curve, or the L curve in a recovery. How do you see Trinidad coming out of this pandemic and this whole fiasco? Which curve do you see?
Actually, Storm, what you need is not high-level economics. And what you certainly don't need is an engineer pretending to be an economist. A lot of this is common sense. If you borrow money, you must find ways to repay that money. So that money that you borrow must be invested in endeavors that would generate a foreign exchange, generate revenue streams, so that you could generate more money, so that you could keep yourselves alive and running so as a country, and so that you could repay your debt. What is required is that what the government needs to focus on is creating what is called an enabling environment for investment. They have not done that. What they have done, in fact, and the classic example, the classic proof of that is 439 million US dollars left this country. Our foreign direct investment is negative now because people don't feel comfortable putting their money, investing their money in Trinidad and Tobago. To move the country forward, even if you borrow, even if you have deficit financing, even if you use some of the one-off measures that you just identified, when you sell state assets, that's a one-off revenue source. When you tax, that runs a multiple level. But when you have a country that is suffering, the level of revenue streams that you are going to get from taxation is continuing to fall. Whatever money that the government can raise now should actually be used to develop industries, to create a space for other people to come in and invest, to attract foreign direct investment, so that persons in Trinidad and Tobago can generate revenue streams, jobs, businesses. That's how this works, Money must be used to raise more money, so that we can pay back the money we borrow. That's the only way it becomes sustainable. Otherwise, we're going to end up with a one-off borrowing, and by the time we finish, we are going to end up in a vicious cycle where we have to borrow to pay loans. We have to borrow to pay debts. We have to borrow to pay interest and principal. And the children that we have, and that's what the crisis that we are in now. We have the worst state of debt ever in the history of our country. And what the government is doing is going to keep pushing it downwards. Keep borrowing money and pushing it downwards. So my children and my children's children and their children's children for generations to come will be saddled with this vicious cycle of debt, thanks to this government. And it's only because of this government, because 5-6 years ago, that's not what was left. What was left was a growing economy. What they inherited was a growing economy. People had confidence in this country. Under Kamla Prasad Bisesa, that's what we had. What do we have now? We have people fleeing the country en masse. We have Venezuelans who are leaving a crisis in Venezuela, where they could not get food, migrating to Trinidad. They're running back to Trinidad now. Sorry, they're running back to Venezuela now. That's the level that these people have made us.
China will be interested in Trinidad. Don't say nobody will be interested.
So I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
China. Gluttonous China. They have their eyes on Trinidad and Tobago.
Dave, I want to quote something from your Facebook page, right? Because I like to deal with facts. When your community visits, we deal with facts. You stated, quote,
full of facts.
Kamla removed VAT from 7,000 food items. And I wouldn't argue that, even though I thought it's kind of outlandish, and there's never been a document showing 7,000 food items where VAT have been removed. But I will give you that statement. I will give you that. I wouldn't argue with that, right? You went on to say, import put VAT on all 7,000. So Kamla removed VAT on all those 7,000. Import put back VAT on those 7,000. Now promising import put VAT on all 7,000, and now promising to remove VAT not from 7,000 but from 12. Are you there? I think he lost. We lost him. I think we lost him. Let me see. You there, Dave?
All right.
Pigtail.
I missed all that you said. Can you say it again, please?
Let me repeat it. Yeah, you're off camera. So I'm quoting from your Facebook page, right? You said, are you hearing me?
Yes, I am.
You said Kamla removed VAT from 7,000 food items. I don't want to debate that. I'm saying Mrs. Kamla Prasad Bisesa removed VAT from 7,000 food items. Dave, take that. Import put VAT on all 7,000. So Kamla removed it. and input bid back the facts on all 7,000. We never had a list of those 7,000, but let's say they cancel each other. And now promising to remove VAT not from 7,000 but from 12. Dave, do you believe that is very misleading for you as the shadow MP for the Ministry of Finance, that you could have easily get an accurate number, which is 45, rather than misleading the public and saying 12?
I went with what exactly the minister said. And the minister's words are what I used to come up with my conclusion. If the
Dave, he
minister
didn't
has
say
changed his
12 though.
words now.
But
This is the
Dave,
same minister who, by the way, told us that there were several items that he was going to zero it, which were already zero rated. His words are what I used to determine to make my post.
But Dave, that's why it's misleading though, Dave. He did not say 12. He called 12 items.
Yes.
But he didn't say 12. You said 12. And I think, and you have to be honest, we in the village, that was misleading. And we had another person here in the chat saying that it was 11. Right? So your words, people were using your words and coming on to your words that were 12. And the minister never said 12. He said 12 items. Go ahead.
The internet.
Yeah, the internet getting problems.
On
everybody.
Phone might be dying since you saw.
Yeah, everybody's getting trouble. The Bakr had problems.
But isn't that what I said?
Huh? Oh, Dave, we missed you a little bit.
Tell him to log out and try again.
You're in and out. Let me exit solo and see. Dave, you're in and out. Okay. All right. Dave, could you log on? Could you log out and log back in? Let me remove him and see. See if he comes back in. So all we are trying to do is to get to the bottom of it, right? I'm not arguing with 7,000. But you see, Nutskate, that is the problem, Nutskate. That is the problem. This is the problem that I'm talking about, the politics in Trinidad and Tobago. When you are going to
the PNM ran on a whole set of propaganda, you know. Dr. Rowley was against Mrs. Bisesa for giving away to the people in the country, you know. I don't know if you could recall that.
But you see, Gary, every time something happens, we go and use our next statement to justify whether that is positive. All I'm saying, Gary, we are dealing with this now again. And that's why I don't like to come here and make stuff up. I'm reading the man quote, right? He said, Kamala remove VAT from 7,000 food items. I'm said, okay, Kamala remove VAT from 7,000 food items. Fine. I have no problems with that, right? Input put VAT on all 7,000. Fine. Input the back VAT on all 7,000. Great. That washes off, right? Now promising to remove VAT, not from 7,000, from 12. That's his statement. You should be able to verify and confirm this statement. If you cannot confirm it, it's misleading.
But he's saying, what I hear he's saying, he's quoting what the minister said in Parliament.
But Gary, the minister never said 12. He said 12 items.
You were referring to 12 items?
He never said 12. He just referred to 12 items because there were more. There were 45 items.
He has having he sent a text saying he's having problem with his internet.
You understand?
Yeah.
And you see, so Victor Newman come into the chat and he said that, and you're trying to justify it now. The minister don't have to say 12. We could count. He issued a list after the fact. Why he didn't say 45? Because you know what? Just like how Colin Beck was giving us an explanation about the IMF, which we didn't need, right? If he was going to give all 45, people would say, oh, God, look at the man wasting the time, all kind of thing. The point is that the point is this, is that when you are going to make statements, and all of you guys should be saying, you know what, Dave boy, use his shadow minister, use his shadow finance minister, use shadowing the finance minister. What Dave Tancoo should have done, Dave Tancoo should have called up Colin Burt and said, Mr. Imbert, you talk about 12 items that you're going to remove VAT, right? Colin Burt would have told him, you know what, Dave, nah, it's 45 items. So you don't have to go and mislead the public.
But maybe 45 was on the list and the minister only talk about 12. Maybe it was that way. I didn't know.
Gary, that is the point. He only talked about 12, but there was more on the list. But Dave ran with 12 and he put out a statement on his Facebook page.
So anyway,
Dave is back. Dave is back. Yeah, Dave. So Dave, we having a discussion.
Thank you very much. Sorry about that.
Dave, that's all right. Dave, we having a discussion that I believe your statement was misleading because you are the shadow minister for finance. You could have easily called up the minister of finance and said, Minister, I hear you read out 12 items. Are you saying it's 12 or is there more? So
let me ask you. Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
If a minister says in Parliament and he reads out 12 items, because I think we're getting chained up with something, and I want to point it back in a direction. A minister reads out something in Parliament. He says 12. He lists 12 items. My response is based on 12 items. But let me ask you a question, partner.
Yeah.
If it is 12 items and I am wrong, and
oh God, boy. Oh God. Oh God. You getting good thing now and the thing going. Oh God. Hold up, baby. You're going in and out.
He got to move to a different part of the house or location where he's at.
Office,
Yeah.
office there he's in.
Yeah.
We got to reschedule him.
Yeah.
But there's a lot to be discussed here, and a lot of things to be clarified. So,
but you see, you see. Look, listen to Victor Newman. Listen to Victor Newman. Victor, I catch you your petticoat showing, boy. Victor Newman said the problem started him, but he should say 45 and not call out 12, right? All right, Victor Newman, boy, your petticoat showing, right? And you went, Victor Newman, and you read this in the news and you run with it.
I want to bring it back to the way he's sitting in a
No, that's fine. That's why we have to be careful. Right?
Okay.
But all right. Yeah.
Saturday.
But on the paper only have 12 items. Because the papers use what the minister said in Parliament. What the papers go expect to use? Why did the papers call the Minister of Finance and find out?
What did you see? I didn't see. What did the paper say?
No, this is what Fitzstick saying. Fitzstick say, but on the paper, it only have 12 items though. So if it's 45, it's a lie. No, they need a press release to show that there are 40. Let me get it. Hold on.
Okay, so what it's saying, only 12 was discussed in the Parliament.
That's what was discussed. So you can't make a statement. Right? To remove that, not from the 7,000, but from 12. So what they're saying is that we remove that from 7,000. You put back that on 7,000, right? Then of that 7,000, you only removing 12. That don't look good. That don't look good. Misleading. That is misleading at its best. And all you know when you come into the village, we speak truth to power in the village. It is misleading. And then Victor Newman comes back and regurgitate what he hears.
Answer.
Yeah.
If it's 12 items or 45 items, they're moving VAT off a pigtail. It's tax-free. Pigtail is tax-free for the voters, and luxury vehicles are tax-free for the politicians. There, I said it.
But Diana, the point is this, Diana. Right? If I am going to the grocery and I am spending $150, and there are certain VAT items that are now removed, and I could save $15 to $20. Diana, isn't that $15 or $20 I could do something with every time I go to the grocery and I save that money?
All right, you want me to answer you truthfully? $15 and $20 in Trinidad could do what?
How you mean? How you mean? You could buy a loaf of bread with that?
Kiss bread.
Yeah. You could get breakfast with that?
You can get breakfast for $15.
$20, yeah.
For how many days?
Oh, you see, you're going for how many days now? I tell you could get breakfast one day, for one day. One day that you don't have to starve. Isn't that good?
Slim, the Pigtail National Movement is just temporarily sustaining people, and they don't have any plan. And plan for permanence, blank. Plan for motivating and taking the country forward, blank. Plan for getting laptops in the hands of the children now in this digitalized world that they're talking about, blank. You want me to continue? All kind of talk. So whatever their plans are is blank. I ain't hear nothing. All I hear are plan. Let me finish now. I will finish and I'll give you the floor. All I heard was with the plan to do this and digitalization. It's so long they're in there, and I ain't seen nothing come up. Where is it? And all you can do is go open a standpipe and fix a pothole and brag about it that they fixed the pothole. So the people in Beetham, they're not worthy of nothing more. They're not worthy of their children getting careers. They're not worthy of access to capital and access to economic improvement. They're only worthy of a pothole getting fixed. Huh? You telling me that? Don't get me vexed now. You tell that's all they're entitled to?
Diana.
Why?
Diana.
Why?
Everything that Mrs. Bisesa put in place to help the poor, disadvantaged people that I'm talking about, the PNM come and knock it down. Right? And I'm going to make Dave collect the physical evidence and bring it in here in this house one day. I'm going to make him bring it and show Ansem exactly what Mrs. Bisesa had put in place. So these same poor and disadvantaged people that you're fighting for, your government and your party came and knock it out.
And look, somebody on the ground, they say, well, the $20, they can't buy pigtail. Pigtail is $30 a pound. Huh? If you want to talk about the pigtail. Look,
I want all 7,000, Gary. I want all 7,000.
Give me a chance. Give me a chance. I don't really understand.
Let me read for you what the Trinidad Chamber of Industry and Commerce said. This is what the Trinidad Chamber of Industry and Commerce. This is what they said. This is their quote. I'm quoting now. We are pleased that many of the recommendations were included in this year's presentation. We are optimistic regarding the rebound of energy commodity prices and believe that its budget is based on reasonable price assumptions. In tandem with the review of the energy taxation regime, it will help ensure that we remain competitive and allow for some investment activity to boost this sector.
Okay.
That is the Trinidad Chamber of Industry and Commerce. Let me read the next one. The San Fernando, I get this good. The San Fernando, hold on.
The PM the day they win government, the country was bankrupt. Even though Mrs. Bisesa left a surplus in the government, they say, wean yourself of the government. That was the first statement of the Prime Minister. All the sustenance she put to help the people uplift themselves, he knock it out.
Yeah, but Faris Alwari gets a big paycheck from the government rental income, right? But you're telling the poor, disadvantaged people to wean themselves off the government. Oh, what kind of that's a double-edged sword.
But then I address that.
So we be telling you about chamber of commerce and you need foreign exchange to start the economy. Where they get the foreign exchange from?
So Diana, what you are saying is that you should ignore these people, right? That's what you're saying.
Where you need, listen, answer. I do economics basic. Me don't get it deep. And I had my own business, right? So I understand buy and sell and trade. You need foreign exchange to start the economy. And if you got all these stringent things in play, look, nobody can go to Tobago and get a sea back. You can't go and check into a hotel in Tobago. And that is where the tourism dollars come from mostly. If you can't go there in nighttime, businesses down Arapita Avenue where people will go and drink a beer. None of those activities are allowed where they will collect the foreign exchange from people like myself. You need foreign exchange to kickstart the economy.
Diana,
and if you had the place locked up, so how you will get foreign exchange? Where they have it?
Diana, you see, you mixing up apples and oranges.
I'm mixing up apple and orange,
Yes.
because are you? Well, I'm mixing up apples and oranges.
You're mixing up apples and oranges.
The people hungry.
These are different organizations in Trinidad and Tobago who have their eyes and their fingers on the pulse. If this wasn't something to benefit the economy and to benefit these industries, you think they will come out? So what they're saying is that all these people in these organizations is pro PNM. And they just come out and regurgitating for the PNM.
That never come out of my mouth.
Let me read something else for you.
I don't care who write the report. To be a Mamza write the report. I don't care. My problem, here why I care about Ansem. And it's going on too long. You have citizens hungry tonight going to sleep hungry. You have children going to sleep hungry. How they fixing that? All that fancy report and fancy talk. How you fixing the hungry children, the hungry women, the women that are battered, being abused by a man that can't find a work? How you fixing that? That is what I don't want anybody to report. How we fixing it? Like Watson Duke said, we had to fix it. How you fixing the hungry child, belly burning, ain't got nothing to eat, and papi can't find a work, and mommy can't find nothing to do? How you fixing that? I don't want none but no report. I want to know the child going to bed and they at least get a cup of tea in the stomach. That is what I want. That is what I want for my people. How are we fixing that, Anselm?
But the man can't go and sell some pudding by Arapita Avenue. He can't sell some chow. He can't sell some bacon shack. He can't sell some doubles. So you can't work. No subsidies from the government.
And right? Chamber of Commerce telling you once when they do open up, look where they go put it, the 1% area. I see something where a young man, I saw a video on social media where the police stopped and the young man has this sign, there's a sign, and he tell him to remove the sign, wherever it is he was selling of African youth, and the policeman threatening him. Don't sell nothing here, you know. How you mean don't sell nothing? How is he going to live? But yet when he get together, he get vexed and he go do what he had to do. Oh, there you go. You want to call them all kind of names. I want to know how the Pigtail National Movement fixing this situation. Children going to sleep hungry. I know that for a fact. Women ain't had nothing to give children. The men beating up on the women because they're frustrated. How the Pigtail National Movement fixing that? All the talk. How everybody driving around a big fancy vehicle on roads that lick up by the floods and whatever. You put $1 million Porsche to drive on a broken highway. That make any kind of sense? How you fixing it? You are elected by the people for the people, and you should be working of the people. Fix this, Dr. Rowley and Imsburg and Donna Cox. I'm tired of hearing people calling out to me, telling me they're hungry. I'm fed up of it now. I don't hear about no chamber, no commerce. I want the situation fixed and the people going back to work and the children getting food in their stomach. That is what I want. I'm fed up of the Pigtail National Movement right now. Tired of them now. I put myself in a woman's shoes with 4 children. I had nothing to get them to eat. I'm tired of it now, Anselm. They need to fix it or get themselves move out the way. Move out the way and let somebody else take over. because they're not doing a good job. You should not have in Trinidad and Tobago children hungry. No, should not be.
Diana, you have any hungry people in America?
I'm not dealing with that. They have
Even
social
hungry people
systems.
in Barbados?
Yeah, they have
Hungry
hungry people all over the place, but they don't call me.
hungry people. So
They
what
don't
makes
call
Trinidad?
me.
What makes Trinidad
They
different than any
don't
other country where
call
there's
me for
hungry
help
people?
in America. They have social systems in place to assist
But
those
there's hungry
people.
people. There's hungry people all over the world.
But they don't call Diana Benskin for help.
But Diana, because you're Australian, you're Australian, will call you to
They
help them.
don't call me for help. They don't call me.
So they will call you to help them.
And
I'm
that's
sure
what I'm
there's
talking
other
about.
Australians who help hungry people in
I'm
Australia.
tired. I'm fed up. I'm fed up
No,
with
but
people suffering.
Diana, all of us are involved in the same things.
Yes,
right?
but I don't.
We just can't say.
I want
think like it's under.
number. I want no chamber commerce report. I want no standpipe open.
But I am just telling you, people who want Trinidad and Tobago and the budget affects them, right? What they are saying.
Well, the budget affects
them. They have other blind people in Trinidad and Tobago who said stuff too.
Well, they need to fix it. It's going on too long. And this unvaccinated, vaccinated segregation nonsense they're going to go along with, that ain't going to work for too long. That ain't going to work for too long because it can flip on them. I'm tired. It's everything. They're punishing the people. You speak out, they arrest you. You're going to deliver a letter, they arrest you. Oh, what are we sending?
But Diana, let me ask you a question. Did I stand up for David Welch in the village?
Yes. Yeah, I
did I stand up? Let me ask you now. Did I stand up for all them people that was running from selling on the streets? Did I stand up for them?
Yeah, and I'm asking why
but you talking like if
No,
because I read something out today respect a certain organization, I didn't stand up for them. And I don't know there's people in Trinidad who are hungry and need to listen, if I don't think people are hungry, why would we part all them food hampers? Why would we be part all them food hampers? Why?
Well, for me helped out. But we don't want to give them temporary measures. We want a permanent fix. This temporary sustenance of people ain't good. You want people back on their feet
for years.
But then it need to stop.
It need to stop.
I understand.
Back inside it over and over.
I understand there are persons in society that just really can't do it and they're disabled, etc. Right? Fine. But you see just blocking people from working. Lana want to sell she pylori. Lana want to open a business selling pylori. Why Lana can't do she pylori and thing? Huh? What's going on? This is madness now. This is madness, Anslam. The pigtail national movement messing up. I'm tired of them. I'm fed up. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm fed up of them, man.
Diana, all right. Diana, what is the option?
What is the option? I tired. So don't put your finger in the ink for them no more. Find somebody else.
No. What is the option, Diana? That's all I'm asking. What is the option?
Let someone come with a progressive plan and point out the salient points in the plan, right? And don't blindly go and put your finger in no ink. Like continue. Shift the power. Make a power shift. And if they don't work for you, shift again. But you don't see.
Shift to who? Shift to who?
I mean, shift to who? I mean, shift to who?
Shift to who?
I mean, well, maybe the current opposition need to shake up their leadership, switch things around, or
comparing to what the job that somebody else. Before,
but what's going on here now ain't right. Nah, it ain't right. Got people suffering, children hungry. How you going to bet Dr. Rowley and Imsberg and Cox? All you go to bed and know people hungry, little children hungry. In Trinidad and Tobago. Don't know where the next meal coming from. Give me a break. Talk about people to be on the government. Y'all got the place so locking down everything. adding fines for if you're unvaccinated and you're found in a vaccinated zone. So you're telling me if I'm unvaccinated and the little few dollars I might have in the bank is in a vaccinated zone, or they're gonna fine me for going to try and get what madness going on?
And you're done not working. You can't make a living.
It have to stop hand slam. It's enough. Enough is enough now. You're sticking people here, you're sticking them there, you're sticking them here. You think people are gonna put up with this nonsense for too long? You watch. You remember what Judge Volney said? Okay. Remember what Judge Volney said. Good. It get in there, you know. It get in there. Not scared you give up to? Yep. Tired. Same thing over and over and over and over. Only coming when election time comes, singing some song about all these things we're gonna do.
But Diana, I'm gonna ask you again. What is the option?
Well, they have the United National Congress and you have PDP. That I know of. I like Philip's ideas, but he kind of brash. And you know, you gotta smooth himself without put somebody else in a leadership role. But what's going on now? Nah. Can't go on this way all the time, so then you fix a pothole finally, and the people are supposed to be happy with that. And the thing was there for weeks. That pothole should not have remained there for 2 days. For weeks that pothole was there. And you finally fixed the pothole. Hip hip hooray after Bert Hines. You did your work. You did your work.
Diana, Ulrich say, yes, Miss Diana, I totally agree with you. You're on point. Diana, again, real points tonight, boy.
They're tired and fed up. Same thing over and over and over. People go children coming out of school, no work. 2-year contract, 6-month contract, no career. What kind of madness?
Even Victor Newman saying, boy, answer me, have no answer.
What madness is that? You go to school, you can't get a work. You have no career. And the point that kicking me right now, you can't walk on the pavement by the Red House because of what? A SOE. What madness you're telling me? Huh? Then we're not free. Can't walk on the pavement by the Red House peacefully? And then what you want to go put some other law of unvaccinated and vaccinated zone and a sort of fine and you can't be in the car with your spouse or your family. You have to be wearing a mask in the car. What kind of haphazard nonsense? A sort of haphazardness going on and nobody's speaking up for the downtrodden because people are afraid. Afraid of who? They're not God. Afraid of who?
So Diana, Fistick that answer, but your people are suffering under UNC. Ask that now. Our Fistick said, your people are suffering under the UNC. Ask that now. So I accept for your Fistick.
That's what I said. I that's why I don't support no party in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, but
I ain't like what I hear about UNC. I don't like what's going on now.
You have to look at what was put in place by the last government and compare to what Dr. Rowley did. First of all, he removed in the one term that the previous government put in place to sustain the people and help the people to build themselves, but totally destroyed and removed, right? Tell the people to wean themselves off the government.
We need a leader in Trinidad and Tobago that is for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You understand? You see this UNC, PNM, UNC, pigtail national movement nonsense? You need a leader who is for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And until you get that, it ain't gonna work. Because it's like, it's not gonna work. I blatantly watch things and I see what's going on with my own two eyes. It ain't gonna work. You have to act on behalf of all people. All people, who if they didn't vote for Joe Biden, does work on behalf of me and my white neighbor and my Indian neighbor and my Chinese neighbor. You understand? Until you get that kind of governance, it's a corruption. It's a corrupt society. Yep.
Diana, I agree, and I've said this over and over. The system has to change. We only get, all we do is change party and we get exchange.
Yep.
Ronnie MC says, Ansem hates anyone who speaks the truth about PNM. I don't know why he hate. I don't know why he hate.
Ansem ain't gotta love me. My name ain't Mrs. LeBon. Okay, he doesn't have to love me. But Ansem, I'm very outspoken. I just call Jack a Jack a spade.
I don't know why.
And if I wrong, I wrong.
No, I just copy code there, but you know, I mean, hate. I can never hate. Let me tell you this. No, I can. I don't hate nobody. That is on me.
Well, let me answer.
I go to sleep and hating people. Nah. Me no part of that.
Rajvi asked a question there, but under Joe Biden, can you afford a new house? Under Joe Biden, I bought my home outright cash. There you go, Rajvi. I a black woman. I don't own no mortgage on my house. So there you go.
So we will. Bonnie Robert said, listen to the reply tomorrow. We will listen to the reply. Lana says politicians will come, politicians will go. What they do for citizens and country while in power. That's
Thank you.
I agree with that.
You have to be for the people, as you say. Yeah, not lying in your pocket and your few friends and certain constituents getting this. And like Gary arranged for the young lady to go into the office somewhere in San Fernando, wherever, or Moruga, wherever, Gary, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And when she get in there, you know what they tell this lady, the woman who was publicized with the 10 children and needed help, he sent her in there now to spoke to people within, you know, the system. When they get in there, who tell you to come here? Nobody ain't send and call you. Is that the way you treat a woman coming to you for help? Is that the way you treat a woman coming to you for help? And you only talk about all 40 people? The system stinks. I am glad I don't depend on you for nothing. Nothing. Your answer talk about ID card, keep it now. Get a Venezuelan. I don't want it. What you gonna do for me? All this sickening. I'm tired of Trinidad and Tobago with nonsense that's going on. And then this one get up there and get and I you talk about the last thing you could talk about and VAT is off a pigtail. Huh? What madness you talking about? That's all people could eat.
So Rose asks a question. Who has the solution to all these problems?
I got one solution. Don't put Bakr in there right now. I'm telling you, give somebody else a chance. That's what I say. Yeah. Give somebody else a chance. And stop making people feel comfortable in office. Have them on their toes. Make them work for you. That's what you do. Make them work for you. Your roads ain't fixing. You all should have community. Hey, we need fixing. And then you will know it might be more transparency. Don't make them comfortable and they're driving big car and they're liming and no, they are elected by you and paid by your tax dollars.
But Diana, you see, Diana, what happens is that when certain party in power, certain people are very silent with respect to what's going on because their party in power. When our next party comes into power, certain people are silent because their party in power. This thing with this vehicles, this thing should have been taken care of a long time ago. It should have been taken care of a long time ago. And we keep spinning up in mud and we keep blaming each other. Look. I don't like to go back, right? But between 2010 to 2015, the UNC could have repealed property taxes. They could have gotten rid of it. And would have been incumbent on another government now to come back and put it in place. And they would have been responsible.
And they pocket, they eating ham, lamb, and jam.
But when they had the opportunity to do it, they did just like all other governments. They did like the Manning government.
And the citizens suffering. Yeah.
Right? So all I'm saying is
consideration, Ansem. Mr. Smith put a lot of things in place for the people. Is your party that we supported went and remove it?
But Gary didn't ever remove no property. Gary, property tax was done this. No, but Gary, the same situation that happened with property tax between 2010 to 2015 is the same situation that happened when the PNM came into power. The PNM didn't do anything different.
They
Same
you
thing.
all you who listening to me, you all need not to, you saw how terrible this pandemic revealed a whole lot of stuff in disparities that exist. Now, hey, you realize, well, what? Do you want this? Do you want to be in the situation you're in, or do you want a chance to recover and come back from this? Or do you want to put the gluttonous people that are feeding at the trough and flicking you a little piece of, not even a crumb? Not even a crumb all they get in. That's what all they want? Well, hey, so be it. But
You see, but Diana, listen, Diana, let me tell you. Let me ask you a question, Diana and Gary. How many people from the PNM stood up for exile and stranded citizens? How many PNM activists stood up for exile and stranded citizens? How many?
I don't know. You?
Not one. But
No, other than me. Other than me. How many?
Not that I know.
None.
Yep.
So think about this, right? I decide to stand up for exile and stranded citizens, right? If, for example, let me give you an example now, just recently happened. The situation happened with the UNC telling people, say no to the SOE. And when they went in Parliament, they abstained. How many UNC activists stood up and said, you know what, they're wrong. Or they shouldn't do that. Or they can't tell the people outside of the Parliament for them to do one thing. And when you go in Parliament, you do another.
But Anselm, you yourself said that in Trinidad and Tobago, the climate is, you can't say nothing against whatever because some of them work for the government. I don't work for the government.
But the government not in power. The government not in power.
The government not in power, but some of them may be working,
but they can stand up. They can stand up. I
don't know.
I get more bullets spelt at me because the party I support in power.
Same thing, over and over and over.
First. I put country first, right? So people can say what they want.
Well,
until people on the other side decide to stand up when the party go wrong, we spin in top in mud.
Yep.
And all we go get is we go get change and exchange. That is it, over and over. Over and over.
See the big we want it. Top of the hour, Answer. Top of the hour.
All right. It's in the village with the dark triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, we come to you every Tuesday, Saturday. And not skate when you come back, I go adjust your point. It's in the village with the dark triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, we come to you every Tuesday and Saturday. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. Let's go for a quick station identification. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
So we are back with you. It's in the village with the dark triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. Let me say something to Nutscake. Nutscake. Hold on, Maplewood, New Jersey. Nutscake said, right? It's not about you, Anselm. Right? And Nutscake, you're right. It's not about me. I really don't care. But you know what, Nutscake? Sometimes I tell myself, you know what, boy? Boy, Anselm, boy. These 3 days a week you spend talking this stuff. You know, I could be upstairs with my wife, laying down, relaxing myself. You know what I mean? Go and get a nice little, a hot tub. Take it easy. I could go and run a little 3-4 miles, right? I could go upstairs, watch some sports. What sports I'm anyway, right? But I do this because I love my country. I don't do this for Anselm Born. And let me say this, Let me say this. And let me go solo. I want to say this for the first time, because I don't like to talk about myself, right? But I want to say this. let me say this. Yeah, let me say this. You know, people that say, boy, Anslim, you looking for recognition. You looking for recognition. You looking for people to, you want to be this and you want that. Let me say this. This little black boy from Chumaka, Claventil, have established 20 world records in Masters track and field. 20. 20 times in the history of the world, I was the first one to do something at my age. First one. No one had ever done it before. I did that 20 times. Okay? In addition to that, I am the only Trinidadian that's in the United States Athletic Hall of Fame. The only Trinbagonian that's in the United States Athletic Hall of Fame. You see this big country, United States of America? This little black boy from Chumaka, Claventil is in the Hall of Fame, right? And not only that, spent 23 years on Wall Street, okay? And not only that, is a professor at a university. So this thing is not about me. I could sit back and relax and enjoy life. I could sit back. I'd rather go and fight for people in Chumaka, Claventil, right? I'd rather spend money buying hampers for people and all kind of thing. I'd rather do that. I could sit back and relax. I could come to this program 3 days a week and just talk, and no action to back it up. Talk. Go do this, don't do nothing. But I choose differently. I choose to not forget where I come from. Because where I come from, many of you had a head start on me, a big head start. As I tell you, I grew up in Chumaka, Claventil, a 2-bedroom apartment, 5 of us in 1 bedroom. My mother was a water carrier to mine 5 of us. I had 1 pair of shoes. When I left Trinidad, I couldn't even ride a bicycle at 18 years of age. So this is not about me. And this will never be about me. I didn't have to put this program here on the radio station. I didn't have to do that. But it was about country. That's why I did that. And if I had to do it all over again, I'll do the same thing. And the same thing was to stand up against the party that I support. I get real licks for that. But that's okay. Country come first. And country for me will always come first. You see, you all have to understand, you all support who you all want to support. I have never told any of you who to support. I don't do that. Because everybody think differently. People want to support whatever they want to support. That's why we allow people to come in with their opinions. Because we all have different opinions. We all have different makeup. We all like different things. Some of us don't like the same things. We're different human beings. But at the end of the day, all of us should be about country and not about party. And when your party going wrong, all you should be able to stand up and talk about your party. That is what all you have to start doing. And until all you start doing that, all you're going to be spinning up in mud too.
Yeah, you're gone. Your mic.
No, still here. No, yeah. Yeah. Right? So I think that's what we have to do, you know what I mean? We have to get real, you know what I mean? We have to get
And
real.
let me and to continue in the same vein you were. By nature I am a humanitarian. This is the first time I go around. I've been doing this for a long time, way back. I won't get into it. But and I am a born Trinbagonian. And when I go down there to visit, well, before I look at things, I watch the industries, I have talks with people on the ground and what they would like to see better. But then the pandemic come and it really revealed that wide gap that exists And then when I'm talking to all these learned guests and knowledgeable guests who would have privy and access to certain information, I begin to see, and where the pigtail national movement, they blunder. It was a blunder. They started with the exile and stranded citizens. Why are you locking people out of their country where they live? They're domiciled there. I found that to be so heartless. To be heartless. And that is why, I said, what? I had to start speaking out. That is heartless. They tell you they can't come back to their country. At least make way for them to come and quarantine and test or whatever. But you don't tell them that they can't come back home. That is their home. That is heartless. Women, old people, ailing people, like Mr. Abu Bakr said, the younger one, he said, you have to have a caring, when you're in politics, you have to have a caring concept. You can't be, people be mama guy and pushing you around, but you can't. The minute that you take choice out of democracy, then we're acting in a totalitarian environment. When you take participation out of a democracy, then we are we in a dictatorship. And people that are accustomed to participating and being involved and have choice, and you just take these choices away. I understand you're trying to save lives on one hand, right? But you don't take choices away from people and then enforce them with more stringent choices. And on top of the choices, if you're going and you add fines, what are you doing? What are you doing to people? You can't, in government, you have to have a caring, a caring, nurturing concept. And as the leader of the country, you have to come off credible. You have to come off caring. You have to come off engaging, approachable, nurturing. Right now, you are the leader of the country, Dr. Rowley. And you can't be buffing. The constituents are not your children. They are suffering and hurting. So they're looking for some sort of calm, words from you. Okay, we will get through this together. This is what I would like from you. Not and you're going to fix it, you're going to charge. Your tone, the way you talk. You see how Madam Mia Motley speaks to people? She calls it a national pause. This is how we're going to get through this together. But you're buffing and you don't mind. And while I'm on it, some of the Trinidadian, all they hard is. And own way too. So it worked both ways.
We can't have that amount of suffering in the country, okay? And we're not standing up. We cannot have that amount of suffering in the country and we're not standing up. We grew up in a way that, anybody come by, we feed them and we treat them well. We never mistreat any of we people while we growing up. Strangers could come by our house and eat. We never mistreat anybody for food or anything like that. This government has no heart. We have seen this with our experience in dealing with these challenges. We could not reason with them. No matter what we say, we couldn't reason with them. All right? They turn out to be totally heartless. But I am telling you, there's a strategy. There seems to be a strategy in place to put us in a position where we need somebody to bail us out. All right? And maybe somebody's creating that platform for China to come in, to bankrupt our business, to cripple our business, for China to move. And China already moving in and buying up as much as they can. Okay? So I know a lot of people. We're not really violent people. Trinidadians are not really. Most of us are not really violent. They may see these little boys there running and shooting up the place, and we are not that kind of people. So we're not aggressive. Most of us are very passive, and we don't like to make no trouble, and very humble people. So you're not going to see something in TNT like you're going to see in other countries, the raise hell and rioting, and to that extent, you're not going to see us. No matter, I mean, our people seems to have the tolerance. They have a high tolerance, but there are people suffering too much in the country, and we got to stop that. And
Yep.
what I want us to take into consideration is the fact that the previous government put a lot of things. You have to compare the both to see who saw the best interests of the people. I'm not saying the previous government was perfect. They had the issues to deal with, right? But what I am looking at, I am comparing what they put in place to help our people to help themselves. And I saw that. And I cannot accept. I find Dr. Rowley and his administration is totally heartless. And again, we cannot forget immediately the man coming to government and telling the people we in the self of the government. Cut out all the food card, cut out all the laptops. Kamala was going around the country giving out gifts to the children, all parts of the country. You never see he do that one day. But how it is, government change, and that minute all the money gone from the treasury, them acted and give the impression like Kamala take all the money from the treasury and walk with it. That is the impression they're giving the people. But if she had one government again, you'd have seen the spending continue. We would have run into a little jam with the COVID, but she would have seen us still taking care of the people. But all of a sudden, the treasury got a hole in it, as Dr. Rowley, Kamala just draw it out the back door. She walk away with the treasury. Is that what they're trying to tell us? Country had no money. No money. They lie. And these are the things we have to look at. I mean, listen, America have corruption up to now. America can't correct nobody. But I'm looking at some people who have the heart for my people. We can't be so heartless to our people, man. We cannot be so heartless to our people. I mean, look how we spinning wheels here. How we spinning the wheels. None of we are looking for nothing from I mean, we'd like to go back home if we can and live comfortably, but we are looking for nothing from nobody.
Nope.
We never asked them for nothing.
Nope.
None of us asked for no contract.
Nope. I won't be working. I retired. So I don't need no. Nope. I good. I just want to be able to go get a sea bath in Tobago. Hurry up and open the country now, doctor. I'm tired. I need a bath. I want to go and bathe with some blue soap by Pigeon Point.
I want to go and bathe on the last standpipe in lava.
Now, listen, right? Now, listen, Victor New Year. I can tell Victor New Year. Victor say, now that you state your credentials, impressive. Now call out the PNM.
Oh, well.
When you get you started now.
Leave it.
Saturday night. Tell him come back Saturday night.
Victor, come back Saturday when we start. Come back Saturday, Victor.
But answer, you see this thing that Aisha did to you? I can't forgive that, I can't forgive that, and I can't forgive that.
Gary, she let her run her mouth. Now, let me tell you something. When you give people credence and attention, you make them important. Leave she alone now. Let's move along. Let we do what we doing now. Hey, look who they belong to. They all belong to the PNM.
I stop them in their tracks. But let me tell you something. You see, you said she do what she doing, but these are the people that misleading our people to their death.
Gary, you're not dealing with a non-informed voter any longer. There's too much social media out there. The 3 viewers that she say we have, people will pick up and see that there ain't no 3 viewers we have. Maybe in the initial stages, right? But
But I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
Let me small talk. Good night, Nadia. Don't be all of them. Look, you see, doing the same thing. Two of them is 2 PNMites. You don't know if he gonna go and call she later and talk sweet in her ears.
No,
okay.
I'm gonna talk sweet in my wife's ears.
I call it short. You're leading our people to follow a party. Why don't you support your people? Fight for your people. Fight against any party for your people. I will respect that. Stand up for your people.
Yeah, what is going wrong?
Don't fight for this one and that one and this bacchanal and this. Stand up for your people.
Wait for time. I don't have time for the back. I fighting for the people, and I can say what I got to say. I ain't no PNM, I ain't no UNC, I ain't no PDP. I know I'm a Trin Beige Gonian. So,
I yelled at Dr. Olin, I yelled at Mrs.
my,
Mrs.
matter of fact, no, I's a Bajan today. I's a Bajan. That's it.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
Let me
I
say
had
hello.
no but Trinidad and Tobago, so I that total Trinidad.
Well, my mother and father is a Bajan, two Bajan. So I's a Bajan.
Let me say hello to
My
Stephen.
citizenship is only on paper here.
I's a Bajan. My bloodline is Bajan blood. I don't have an ounce of Trini blood in me. So I
Well,
is a Bajan.
oh God, oh.
Let me say hello to Stephen Giles Leon. Stephen, welcome
Big
to In the Village. This is the first time you're joining us in the village.
Right?
Welcome, Stephen Giles Leon. Yeah, Victor Newman, Saturday, boy. Saturday is all love in the village, you know. Still, you know.
Yep.
Saturday, man.
I is a Bajan. My mother and
Yeah,
father is
invite-
two
we invite
Bajan.
viewers, eh? We were inviting back with 3 viewers.
That's
Ellis,
right.
Ellis, you will never see this. You will see this in a pink donkey.
Yeah, fish stick. I said I'm going on the standpipe. I bathing with blue soap. I bathing naked in the dark after 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Hey, wait. Hey, Victor Newman, before you go, put closing comments in the chat. What we just do is have a new person in the chat put closing comments now. So put your closing comments. Oh God, he gone already? 10:16. Nah, I think he might be still there. Victor, if you're still there, put closing comments in the chat. And Rene Mohammed, if you're still there, put closing comments in the chat.
Ellis Laborde say he has a new career of cuddling old women. Oh God. Oh Lord. I ain't getting involved in that. I leaving that one alone.
Anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys up on Saturday, all right?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. But plus we're gonna talk anyway. All right then, later, right? Good night.
Peace.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.
Yeah, Rene Mohammed, put closing comments in the chat and
Mad put in a closing comment here. He says, together we aspire, together we achieve. This motto that our Minister of Health didn't know, and well, other citizens don't, has us broken, acknowledge, understand it, and use it through.
listen,
This is a start to fix
listen to this. Listen to this. Hey, Kevin Henry, you sure you want to be a guest, boy? I invited you to be a guest, you know. I invited you, you know. Don't go back on your word now, you know.
What?
We bringing you in, you know. We bringing you in the village, boy.
He wants to be a guest on the show? Fine.
Yeah, we bring him in, man. We bringing you in, boy.
Let him know no cursing, though.
Nah. He don't curse. Oh, you know who that is. But I will tell you when we get off here.
Who's that?
Them fellas don't even know who he is. Them people in Trinidad, them don't even know who he is. Victor Newman, put closing comments in the chat, boy. And Rene Mohammed, put closing comments in the chat. No little run horn, and not you.
Yeah, again.
Go and sit in the corner.
What? Eat pork and doubles this morning?
Yeah, Ellis Islander.
Ellis Island.
Say, Wall Street rocks on a Twiggy waiting for you.
Oh boy. Oh.
Ellis, what you know about Twiggy? You know anything about Twiggy?
Twiggy looking to beat somebody that come
Twiggy's
home
my
there.
friend,
Yeah.
you know. Twiggy's my friend.
Somebody irritate Twiggy, so she looking to cut somebody tail.
Yeah. Rene Mohammed already put closing comments. And who's the other one? Oh good, this thing funny, boy. Yeah, Kevin Henry, we enjoy. Hey, listen, wait, tell me what you're doing Saturday night, eh? Text me. We go bring you in Saturday.
Oh boy.
He say you will deal with Gary.
Hold on. Oh boy.
Who's the other one you just say? Who's the other one, Diana? Who's the other person? Victor Newman.
Rennie somebody Mohammed.
No, Rennie Mohammed already put it in the chat.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I think that person going by.
Mm.
All right, look, listen to this. We haven't had this person here. I'm looking at this thing here. Run the MC, put closing comments in the chat. Run the MC, put closing comments in the chat. Hey, Kevin Henry, put closing comments in the chat, boy. Put closing comments in the chat. Run the MC, Kevin Henry, put closing comments in the chat. And we will close out with that tonight. Of course, folks, it's in the village with the Jack Triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM. So, change does not roll on the wheels of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle. And so we must straighten our backs and work for our freedom. A man can't ride you unless your back is bent. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. See you. Same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. Go ahead, Anna.
Okay. I want to do a poem tonight, a short poem, brief short poem. And we are in a pandemic, and they're saying that certain things cause comorbidities that make more people more susceptible. So in my poems, I try to stir my reader or my listeners from their complacency. And the name of the poem is Culture Collides with a Pandemic. Our eating habits are poor, and now a pandemic has arrived at our front door. Whether it be evolution, culture, or religion, maybe a lack of education, something has crafted our choices in nutrition. Some now saddled with underlying diseases that are chronic, making us easy victim of this pandemic. Our eating habits are poor. Bodegas, fast food, 99-cent store. In my neighborhood, there's plenty of food that'll do me no good. Shelves stacked high with finger-licking sweet nutrition, prepackaged colorful bottles of sugary liquid poison. At every corner, a franchise peddling comfort food that may lead to my early demise. Free Wi-Fi, come on in, and dangling a toy to hook our children. Disorderly eating behavior has become intergenerational and embedded in our culture. My dietary habits choices are at will. I do nothing to improve my culinary skill. Our eating habits are poor, and now a pandemic has arrived at our front door. My observation, where are the corporations, the monetary benefactors of sales from the finger licking sweet nutrition and the pigtail that is full of sodium and colorful bottles of sugary liquid poison? While their loyal customers are in need of ventilators and nutritional hampers, none have emerged as a genuine savior. My people, we must change our eating habit. If not, we may perish in the next pandemic. Our eating habits are poor. COVID-19 waiting outside your front door. Need I say anything more? This is Diana Benskin, aka The Storm, bidding you auf Wiedersehen until we meet again. Good night, my beloved people. Stay safe.
Okay, so here we go. Rene Muhammad says, at the end of it all, we are one people under the sun. Peace, love to all. Peace and love to all. Let me see if I have any other closing comments. Hold on. Lana, bless good night all. Stay safe. Sanitize, social distance, seek medical help. Till we meet again in the village where we keep it real. Hold on. Diana, Alice says, Diana, beautiful words as usual. Share that knowledge with walls, PNM. Alice,
Oh, dude.
Ellis, Ellis, you gotta go into the end, boy. All right, and you see, Oli doesn't listen to some of the songs we just play now. Let me go and play this one again. Oli, think about this one again. Listen, Oli, listen carefully. Listen. Come tell them, Iowa. Iowa, come and tell them. Hold up. Iowa, you tell them. Oli, listen.
Think it over, think it again. Listen, if you see Rash Shorty, Chalk Dust, any one of them, tell them what George say. Think it over, think it again. I sit down listening to my radio. They say they're going and jam some calypso. They say they have something brand new from Rash Shorty. So I sit down patiently listening to he. But when I hear the man start back talking preacher, and then he start to diss up at Jala, is when I hear he start calling Iowa George name. I hold my head and start to ball, not my name again. 3 years ago he say, Iowa, you singing Tata. Last year he come back with the same Tata. It look like Shorty I running out of lyrics, and he want me to teach him a few new tricks. I is the man who sing boom boom 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and every time I sing it the people does whine. If Shorty never used to treat young guys so not so crude, I will teach him how to gamble and eat some food. Think it over, think it again, Mr. Shorty. Think it over, think it again, Hail Selassie. Think it over, think it again, 'cause everybody knows I could sing Kaiso, the party side of me. That is how I does maintain my family. Think it over, think it again, Mr. Chalk, just think it over, think it again. They're trying to tell people I cannot sing calypso. It's only boom boom and do the Iowa, I know. But I's the man who sing times hard, let us work harder. 2 months later the bank come to take my car. To be a Kaisonian you have to make fast money. Money for vitamins, you have to eat healthy. You have to drive good car, not no jalebi. You can't come in town looking hungry. You have to remember you is a role model, and anywhere you go people will look up to you. That kind of lyric Shorty I them want me to sing, like they want to see me eating from the dustbin. Think it over, think it again, Mr. Shorty. Think it over, think it again, Hail Selassie. Think it over, think it again, 'cause everybody know Iowa could sing Kaiso, the party side of me. That is how I just get work in Miami. Think it over, think it again, think it over, think it, I say, think it again. Plim, 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 plim.